Daphne, are you still getting on people to do reviews?
No.
Yes.
Every one of them. Okay.
I actually
We have to do an email crime on how to do it. Okay.
Yes.
You really need to be in charge of that.
All right.
We need to do
Right in the middle.
Right now, we have 5 stars, which is great. I want to get more. I want to get more people. More
We
people.
want 6 stars.
For that,
No. I want just more reviews.
Yes.
Get real.
Okay.
Ventura.
Then I do have an email. And so
I was raised in Orange
I'll
County.
just remind Dan
We
and
lived there in
Suzanne
1952.
send them to me. And you know what I'll do is I'll go through help and I'll
I
go
lived
through
there
your
for
info
79,
and
and my wife and I moved to
mine,
San Marino. And,
maybe weekly, and ones
then
that
I
we
sold
work
my
with,
business
I'll just shoot them an email.
2008,
Now, you never log on
worked in
to
corporate
our
for
company
years.
stuff
Retired
on any
now.
remote
Play
computer,
with my
right?
grandkids all
No.
day.
There you go.
And I got some
I mean, I
part-time
do
stuff
have
I
the
do
one
to
computer at home
keep
that
me out
I
of trouble.
could if I needed to, you know, the company.
But then you always would log out.
Oh,
right?
I log out all
In case somebody goes.
I log out.
But I mean, it's
All the time.
because sometimes it fools me here. Logging out means more than, I mean,
No.
it really means logging out.
So when I
every
log
time.
in here, or if I'm in here, I go all the way to the browser.
And then
Oh,
over
I'm in the
here,
insurance
like,
business.
over here, go to
Yes.
settings.
I go to settings and I clear the whole browser.
Wait.
I've got some, but not a lot. I don't have a lot. I don't do any in the coastal area. I
Sign
should
out,
say
and then I
that.
also
All
go
right.
down to settings and
Insurance
I
companies
clear
are
the
going to pay a
entire
lot for
browser.
this one. It's all going to be federally.
And I come through and do it.
And
Yes.
my,
Thanks.
Oh, State Farm
Yeah,
stocks
because I
up
have
today,
way
big
too
time.
much stuff. I have all your stuff.
Because they're going to have a reason to raise prices after this, and most of it's all federal flood.
Right. But
Oh.
I wonder what the percentage down there that has flood insurance. I don't think it's very high.
Well, it depends where you live.
you got
Not a lot.
If they're right on the coast,
Not a lot
Well,
happening.
right. But there's Houston.
but State Farm's way up today. Farmers, it's always
Here's the
good
thing,
for them.
if you're not in a floodplain, it's relatively cheap. If you're in a floodplain, you can't afford it. You have to have federal flood.
Well, in certain places, you simply can't buy it.
No.
I can't buy flood
Yes,
insurance.
you can.
You're telling me I can buy flood
Everyone
insurance?
can.
I can buy flood
Yes,
insurance.
you can. Of course you can.
Lunch?
Everyone.
Is that
can.
lunch?
Would it cover
Hi,
any
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. You got here just in time for Mark to lose lunch to me and Dan, and we're going to talk about that and more coming up. Today is Insurance Day with Compass Insurance Group. This is probably one of the most beneficial shows we do where we add to our total. You know how I brag about hundreds of millions of dollars over the years in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services? And truly, that's true. I mean, we have just done it, and you talk to people, and they say, oh, yeah, you got me a Harley. Oh, yeah, you got me a new car. Oh, yeah, you help with my life insurance. You help with this. You help with that. And over the years, it adds up, and we are so proud of it. And it's all because of you listening and spreading the word. I love when people say, I listen every day, I learn, and then I use the referral list, or I go to the Sleaze Brigade, I find out who's the bad guy, who's the good guys. And, of course, we don't have all the good guys, nor do we have all the bad guys. So we have to keep doing this each and every day. So on our insurance checkup day, we have a call center set up in our help center. Hello, people. Anyway, they're at 303-771-HELP, 303-771-4357, and those are our people from Compass. And then you do what's called insurance checkup. Now, here's what I love. It's not for or against any one company ever. Not any one company, not even the big 5 bad ones. Because actually, sometimes even one of the big bad 5, the worst 5 companies in the world for service and all that and pricing, even those, once in a while, Compass will tell you when somebody calls they can't beat it. Once in a while, that does happen. State Farm. Who are the big bad ones? You know who they are, right? The worst in the world. Who are they, Mark? State Farm. You take one, Mark. What? Farmers. Okay, Farmers. Take one, Dan. Who's another of the big bad 5? The worst companies ever.
Oh, who's that guy, that old dude?
The General. No, Fred Loya.
Fred Loya.
He's not
the boxer.
Fred Loya. And then who's the other one? State Farm, Farmers, Fred Loya, Allstate. And then we have one more bad one, really bad, American Family. These companies suck, but even the sucky companies, Matt is with us, Matt Corneo, I'm sorry. Matt, you, with Compass Insurance Group, come across people with State Farm you can't beat, right?
Oh, sure.
And Farmers and Fred Lloyd. But most of the time, if they're going to be raked over the coals, these are the top 5 offenders, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
But not always, right? Not for new customers necessarily.
You know, Tom, every situation is so different. I mean,
Right.
I've got companies that are competitive on one risk and not on another. You know, so that's why it pays to have some choice.
And then it's always better, isn't it, to have group? Isn't it better to cover
9 out of
cars?
10 times, absolutely.
Yeah. So when people try to save money by taking their kid who's a minor and writing them on a separate policy, it doesn't always work.
And most of the time it doesn't work, Tom, and they're opening
if
up
you
their
take-
liability on the policy they're trying to protect themselves on anyway. So now all of a sudden you've got 2 policies that might cover in that case. It's not usually the best scenario.
So welcome to the show. We're going to be doing insurance checkups. That means you take your declarations pages or declaration page for homeowners or car, call up this number, 771-HELP, 771-4357, and ask for a checkup. And I promise you, we will never, ever, ever, ever sell you one company over another. It's all about pricing. Never. And it's coverage. So if you call, they have 25 companies they choose from. And if State Farm, Farmers, Fred Loyal, Allstate, or American Family, even though I call them the big bad 5, if one of them are better, they're going to tell you.
You know, this is
It's all
blowing,
honesty.
This is blowing me away, Matt.
What?
In Texas right now, you ready for this? 85% of the people in a certain county have no insurance, no flood insurance. So that means, we're talking people that own homes. We're not talking people living in apartments. 85%
Have no insurance.
where Harvey hit. This is just mind-blowing numbers. So basically all these people are bankrupt? I mean, is that generally what happens?
Of course
It's going to be
Of course
so
it is,
bad.
Mark. Of course. It's not only bankruptcy.
It says Harris County, listen to this, as of August 2016, just 15% of the 1.6 million homes in Harris County have flood insurance. 85% are not covered.
Let's talk about flood insurance. It's a funny thing. Anybody can buy flood insurance, and it's dirt cheap if you're not in a flood
No,
zone.
I'm going to
If
argue
you're in a
with you.
preferred zone, it
Yeah.
is not expensive at all.
Now, if you're not in a preferred zone, then you have to get federally subsidized insurance. But there are some weird zones that aren't bad enough to get federal subsidies, but aren't good enough to get you great rates, right?
Yeah, and you have to hire engineers to map out the plane that you're sitting on. It's expensive stuff.
So you're saying you can get flood insurance anywhere?
Yes.
North Korea?
Well,
You owe me lunch.
Dan, I don't know. Okay, 303-713-TALK. We also have a guest with us today, a new member of the referral list. We love when we get good guys on board. Gary Johnson, all construction consultants. Mark, how would you explain? I'll let Gary, but how would you explain?
If someone wants to get their basement done or maybe build another garage or maybe even a home and you're a little leery of working with a general contractor, no matter who it is, and you don't know the process,
or whatever.
Yeah, and not necessarily leery, but you don't know how it works. He's basically a safety check. He can help you with the contracts. He can help you with payment plans. He can help you with the entire project.
The quality, right.
Going forward.
Why do people need hand-holding with construction? Don't we hear it every day?
Well, how would you know?
Single day we hear people getting ripped off.
Yeah, you would know, but let's say the framing's done on your new house. You don't know what good framing looks like, or a lot of people don't.
What's the biggest problem you run into, Gary? Where are people most naive?
Thank you for having me, first of all. Most people are naive in just the general rules of hiring a contractor. What contractors are responsible for, while homeowners are responsible
Can you, because you're a consultant, can you help me coordinate contractors more like a general or not? Or is that not what you do?
I can do that, yes.
So, if I don't want to hire one guy to do the basement, but I want to have it framed, you can help me get a framer, and then I want to get an electrician. Can you tell me what I get and when I get them?
I can, yes, that's part of the service.
So help them sort through the bids.
No, but that would be cool.
It's very cool.
Kind of acting as a general consultant, so to speak, to help you be the general.
Could you pull
You know
your
what I'm
own
saying?
permits in that case?
Yes, you can. You can, but here's the trick on that. And Gary, you can talk to this. A lot of homeowners pull permits, but when you pull a permit, you're supposed to do the work yourself, or you're not supposed to pull permits for license or for guys cheating the system, right?
Well, that's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
You can go into a building department and you can pull a permit as an owner builder.
For anything.
For anything.
Yep.
As an owner builder, now you've taken the responsibility of building or supervising this
That's right.
project. So you can actually go out and you can hire subcontractors to work for you, but it's your job as the homeowner, since you're now acting as a contractor.
So if I get a license, and in this case it would be I'd get a license for electrical
Permit.
a permit is what I meant. Can I hire an electrician and he can be unlicensed and working with me? Technically, I can, but I'm the one responsible, right?
Yeah, you could, but I wouldn't.
There's that slippery slope.
Yeah,
Because some of these contractors that don't bother getting licensing, what they do is they get the homeowner to pull the permit. Now, not everyone doing that is bad. They're not actually, they don't all lack skill. But if they don't have the proper licensing and all of that in a particular county, and they don't pull permits, then you should be suspicious. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, without a doubt, because there's a lot of things, especially the electrical, the plumbing, the heating and air conditioning, the framing. There's a lot of these things need to be inspected.
Right, of course.
Because if you do a job and it's completely off the books, let's call it, when you go to sell that property, that $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 that you put into there, you could be in trouble with that, because
of course
they could red flag that whole area.
303-713-TALK. Hey, if you have questions on insurance, other than your straight rates, anything to do with insurance, give us a call. Matt is here, Matt Corneo from Compass Insurance Group. And then we have, of course, Gary Johnson from the referral list, and he's a hand holder. Okay, now, we want to get to the phones and help some people. Deborah, what's going on with you?
Hello?
Deborah, what's happening?
I was calling to see if you guys can help with utilities. I have no utilities.
You have no utilities. Is there a story to this, Deborah? You woke up one day and had no utilities, you never had utilities, or you moved into a place without utilities, or you're tent camping? What is it?
I have no utilities. They came out...
I'm just kidding. I know who you are, Deborah, but I just wanted you to explain your situation again for my listeners.
Yeah, they came out and turned me off last Thursday, and I've been without utilities. I lost my mom in a wreck. She was living with me, and I lost her in a wreck.
Yeah, we have verified you and background checked you. Here's the story.
Oh,
Deborah.
we vetted her big time.
We vetted you. It's called, Deborah. You called us and said, I lost my mom. She was my best friend. I don't have any friends. I don't have any family. I'm all alone. I'm mentally disabled, or I have mental challenges. You called yourself mental retardation. I don't know the proper words anymore, but we did verify that you are mentally challenged, whatever the word is. I'm sure I'll offend somebody. But in any case, you are having problems. You have learning disabilities. You can't read, can't write. And you get a check, a very small check from the government every month. And are you renting the place, or do you own it?
I own it.
Okay.
But I'm paying rent and water.
Yeah. Wait. Do you own the property? Your mom left it to you, right?
Yes.
It's a mobile home, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you have really no extra money whatsoever. We checked you out. You're genuine. We had a guy call and said he wanted to help out and pay the bill. Remember, Suzanne?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but we did have another guy call and say he wanted to pay the bill, but we lost touch with him.
I don't know what happened.
Let me tell you why we lost touch. Deborah, when people call in and they need help, before I ask good people listening to my show to give us help, I check people out, or actually a staff checks people out. We all do it. And we say to the person who is kind and loving, we say to them, hold off a couple days and we'll let you know. But Suzanne, did you have this guy's number? Did you call him back?
Yes, we left him a few messages.
You know, here's the problem.
Now,
they hear the heartwarming story, and they're all gung-ho to help that day, but then a few days go by and things change.
Okay, well, that's okay. I'm not going to... If the guy doesn't want to do it anymore, that's fine, but we'll find another way, and we'll chip in too. But our charity account can only go so far. If we put it all in one place, then we can help just a few people.
And understand, going forward, she appears to have the ability, once we get her caught up, to keep going and paying that bill.
Yeah, so I want to bring up quickly here Howard Levitt, the Center for People with Disabilities. And Suzanne, tell me why Howard is on.
So Howard was listening to the show when Deborah called, and he wanted to help us help her. So he is getting her in touch with some resources for moving forward so she's successful in living where she lives. But I think it's important that Howard talk about the Center for People with Disabilities so we get the word out there.
Okay, so Howard, can you do anything to help people like Deborah?
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Yeah, we can. And unfortunately, Centers for Independent Living don't have money to be able to move in and help somebody with that. But our goal is to help her where we can to not have this problem going forward. And that generally is what a Center for Independent Living does.
Okay. And you checked out Deborah for us?
I met with Deborah for about 2 hours.
On your day off. We appreciate that very much. Howard, if you could do us a favor and just hold on. I don't want to rush you. I want to take this break. You were very kind to go out on your own time to check her out. We really appreciate that so much. I can't tell you how much we appreciate that. One clear choice. Garage doors. Okay, you wake up, your spring is broken. What do you do? What do you do? You can't lift your door. One Clear Choice will be there. In fact, call One Clear Choice for free inspections if you mention Martino, and they'll go through everything and check that spring, all the hinges, the bolts. They'll tighten things. They'll adjust it for safety, and then they'll give you a written report. Or just call them if you need any help, no matter what it is on a garage door or opener, 303-565-6409, 565-6409, OneClearChoiceDoors.com.
This light is not working. The on-air light. It wasn't working for Ross.
Could you give
I will
somebody a heads up on that thing?
visualize.
Clogging up the highway.
Trouble ticket.
Hey, you. How's it going? Good.
Stacy couldn't get to her.
Deborah was my priority. I'll get Stacy next. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Let's make sure we say we can still use donations.
Almost all.
Oh, really? Yeah, I have a lady I do some business with there.
Yeah, these pictures are unbelievable if you
Hey, that thing said, I don't know why I'm on a website that can hear me. What are they using, the mic on his computer? It's registered.
Can you turn it down?
Okay, I'm going to tell you something really scary. Okay, you want to hear something scary? We're at Boondocks, and I'm talking to some fathers. It was a birthday party. I'm with a couple dads.
That's like the go-kart place?
Yeah, we're at the new partner. We're at the bar. Our kids are running around crazy, right? So I say to them, Google is so intelligent that, you know, if you search something later on that day, you'll see it show up all over the place on your web, on where your social media and everything, right? And they said, how do AdWords work? They're asking me because they know we do advertising. And I said, well, this is how AdWords work. You put in bids, and you buy the word, and then you own that word for a period of time.
In the geotext.
For people searching. Okay, we're talking. And I said, let me give you an example. So I went online and went to Google, just a normal Google page, and what pops up before I put anything in? Best AdWords, AdWord prices, how do you know you're getting the best price for ad? Before I put in a search term. So I have to believe that Google is listening.
Well, you probably say you can listen. Who cares? You can.
I know,
it
but
off.
I'm saying that they heard my conversation and fed me ads. They did.
You must be able to turn it
I did not, because what I searched was not AdWords.
Well, therefore, every time Dan launches it, there should be naked men.
I'm telling you, that's scary. Is that scary?
It's unbelievable, actually.
Yeah, there was an article on that a couple weeks
Can you
ago.
believe that? I mean, I was
There's
talking
no
about
privacy anymore.
Well, they've proven that with Alexa and all those.
Well, Alexa, that's
I'll put something in,
I love my
search
Alexa.
something, and all of a sudden I
It
get
turns
all
on.
the
It
ads
turns.
and-
It integrates with my Dish Network.
I'm not a big
The alarm is the best.
I mean,
so why am I getting all these Viagra ads?
So Matt, I went and had my insurance checkup, and I went to you before, but because of my son, you couldn't be American Family, and they said because of my credit, I got above 800, $600 savings.
Because of the credit.
Because of credit.
No, credit's everything.
Because they know you're going to pay. Well, don't you pay for a year?
What do you mean up front there? I do for my homes, but not for my car.
Oh man, Progressive. What was my discount on the year?
They're like 15%.
So you pay it ahead of time?
Depends on the company, but Progressive's like 50.
It was almost $2,000.
Look at that picture I took last night.
Progressive's about.
So if I ask them if I'm going to pay it all up.
Yeah, but not every company offers it. We have several that don't, and then we have several that do.
Gotcha.
So
And they do a year. Some of these companies now only do 6 months. In fact, Progressive only does, there's no discount. There was no discount between 6 months and a year, which I found weird.
Yeah, there isn't much. The issue is they want you to do the 6 months.
They do it?
Yeah, everything.
So they can change it.
Because they can revise.
Well, just in case. I was in a unique position. Some of
We
her
almost never
shit's going to
do.
fall off. Some of her shit will fall off in 6 months
That's
while we're
when you
still
do it.
under this
Are you
policy.
That's
sure?
when you do it.
3 years, right? It's-
Yeah, but it's still...
Almost everything's 5 now.
Oh, okay.
But I can always check with other companies in 6 months, and then, you know, I'd get a
Here's
full
the problem
refund.
is if you haven't been with your prior carrier for a year, the penalty is enormous. So an insurance company looks at you and they say you haven't been with your prior carrier a year, usually the surcharge
Yeah, but I always
25 to 30%.
I always pay a year up
People
front
that don't
for
have
whatever I have.
longevity are getting slapped in the face with new rates. So you need to be there at least a year, and it's people that are 3 and 5 that save the most. If you go with your current carrier for 5 years, chances are that we will knock off 30% before blinking. When we get these 25-year-old State Farm customers, we knock off 40% of them.
That's where the big savings are.
Oh, as long as they have a prior carrier. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Oh yeah, if you have a gap, meaning literally no car insurance, that's crazy, right?
You're doomed.
Even if you didn't have a car, right?
You're doomed. Unless you're in the military.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Off the air, we're talking to Matt Corneo from Compass Insurance Group. He's saying 3 to 5 years, he can almost always save people 30%. If you've been with a big company, some of the bad ones, for 20 years or more, you can almost save half on your premiums. Think about that. You're listening right now. How would $100 a month, $200 a month be for you? Think about it. No, think about it. You refinance your whole house for that. All you have to do is make a phone call to our insurance help center. There's no obligation whatsoever. And if you don't do it, you're crazy. You're crazy. If you've had your insurance for 2 years or longer, you got to call. No matter who you have. Because even their good companies, they don't always write to their good companies. They might switch you from one of their good companies to one of their other companies because it's all about pricing. There is no loyalty in insurance. Don't make it a friendship. It's not. Nobody cares about you. And I know that you State Farm and farmers customers, all that, they used to come to your house and sit around the kitchen table with you. Okay, fine. They don't give a lick about you. Don't stay with a company because you knew old man so-and-so's dad sold it and now he's selling it. That's crazy. Why would you pay $2,000 or more a year that you could save? 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. There is not one good reason ever to stay with an insurance company ever. There's not one good reason.
You know, some companies, accidents drop off in 3 years. In other companies, they don't drop off till what, Matt, 5 years?
Oh, sure, 5 years, yeah.
So, I mean, you could be with a company that's rating you on an accident where another company, it's invisible.
Guys,
Now,
the key is finding an insurance company that niches with you. A lot of insurance companies, once you reach 65, all of a sudden you see these rates dramatically climbing. Well, we have companies that are looking for that client that's 65 and older. We have companies that might, you've had one accident in a 10-year period. They might incentivize you hugely to say, this person's got a good driving record. We're going to work with them on this. We've got companies that specialize in young drivers. The point is that you have choice. When you go to an American Family or an Allstate, you may have a great agent, but the issue is you have one choice.
Right.
Whereas if you come to someone like us, you're going to have 8 choices, with one carrier. I will tell people all the time, we'll educate you, and then you decide how you want to spend your money. We will be able to provide more coverage every time because we have options that you can't buy from those carriers. And then what's going to happen is we'll save you 20% with far, far, far more coverage.
Okay, now, Howard Levitt is with the Center for People with Disabilities, and he was kind enough to go out and check out Deborah for us. We wanted, and plus we also did a check to make sure Deborah, had some disabilities and really needed the help before we collected money. We're still looking for donations to help her with her huge electric bill that she got backed up on that because her mother's death and other expenses. She can make her bills if she can just get caught up. Howard, what did you find, sir?
You know, Deborah is the type of person that I really enjoy working with because she's willing to do whatever she can to improve her lot in life, and that's where the Center for People with Disabilities comes in. We offer, we're a private nonprofit. We offer a lot of different types of services to help people with disabilities remain in the community and being able to control their own lives. And so we're going to look at some resources to help her, and we're also going to look at trying to help her find some employment. She does do some work right now, periodically, lawn work and that type of thing.
Oh, good.
To have a little bit of extra money. So we're going to try to find her something a little bit more stable and have some money coming in. But we've also got a variety of different resources for a lot of different agencies in this area, and so we'll be looking at exploring some of those things and what we can do to make her independent.
Okay, Howard, this is great. The Center for People with Disabilities is open for everyone, right?
Right.
Do you have a contact number or website I can send people to?
Yeah, the website is cpwd.org.
CPWD, okay, Charlie Papa Whiskey Delta, right?
Right.
Okay, .com or .org?
.org.
Okay, .org.
And we have offices in Boulder, which is our main office. Been in existence for 40 years. We're celebrating our 40-year anniversary now. I work out of our Thornton office. We have one in Longmont, and we have a small office also in Broomfield.
Thank you very much. Do you do, and by the way, CPWD, Center for People with Disabilities.org, CPWD.org. What do you do for people with disabilities? I mean, I know what you did for Deborah. What do you do for people? What services do you offer?
Well, if I can give you just a little tad bit of history, we're called the Center for Independent Living. We're all private nonprofits that are designed and consumer controlled. In other words, they tell us what they want. We don't make suggestions.
I understand.
Push things out.
Can you give us some idea of what you guys do? What services?
You know, information and referral, independent living skills training.
Good.
We help people that are maybe getting out for the first time and don't have the skills to
find a job.
Place yet, right?
Okay.
Individual and service advocacy is one of our big ones.
Okay.
And peer counseling. But so much more than that. I help people apply for disability, for Medicaid, whatever benefits.
So whatever they need, you will have an answer for them one way or another.
Hopefully. We don't always, but, you know, a good percentage of the time, if we don't have it, we refer them to someone who does.
Thank you very much, Howard Levitt with the Center for People with Disabilities. That's CPWD.org. And Deborah, they were quite nice to come out and visit you. Howard did it on his own time, and we did verify your story. We're going to help you out, Deborah. We'll get that paid. Yes, Suzanne?
Tom, a nice young gentleman called and donated $100 for Deborah, so that was so sweet.
Okay, and we're going to let's kick in $200, okay? And I just, well, like I said, we have an account that we fund ourselves, and then some kind listeners now and then throw in money. We are not a 501(c) on purpose, but that account is never used for anything else. Yes, Suzanne?
We just got the full amount paid.
We did?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Deborah, we're going to be paying that bill for you, okay?
Thank you.
And Deborah, you know, you call us, and you can call the Center for People with Disabilities when you need help, okay?
All right.
And good luck with everything else, and you stay in touch, all right? You hold on, and I guess Suzanne wants to talk to you, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right. So, that's a good story. 303-713-8255. We got more coming up.
Stop by and take a picture there when we go up there.
Yeah, that would be nice. We'll do that.
From the other secret mission we're going on.
In fact, I want his info back up.
Okay.
Up on the screen so we can give him out again. I hate that guy. Lying turd.
Hey, I'll be heading out in a half hour, remember?
Okay.
I'm getting all the ads ready to go here.
Let's go right to the heart of the matter.
Okay.
He's the owner of Pro Auto Care for 25 years, and they give a 36,000-mile warranty complete with roadside assistance to each and every customer.
So you're seeing houses going up in Denver area, right? Because of the hail and everything.
What's that?
House insurance going up.
Colorado is
Is it good? What do you see?
You know what's funny is Colorado's the fastest rising auto insurance state in the country.
Why? Because it has to be.
Well, I don't know if you guys seen the last 2 weekends in a row, there's been articles and posts that according to Nationwide and Safeco, who use the usage device, that Coloradans are considered the worst drivers in the United States.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind.
The worst drivers, according to Habits, the worst drivers in the U.S. So Colorado, I think, is now 3rd when combining auto and home together and highest premiums. We used to be like 29th, something like that.
That's nuts, man.
And we have the worst storm weather in the country. Insurance companies will get more burned on this hail loss that happened, whatever, in Broomfield, than they will probably by this whole Texas storm. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, because they didn't have any.
They're not backstop almost any of it.
My insurance just got ready, and we're perfect. I got no accident. My cars are both paid for, everything. And the reason, and I'm with one of the dreaded 5. But I mean, I've been with.
So Matt, look at this real quick. Come over here.
Expect a call from a lady named Carol. She wants your number.
You guys got me the progressive policy, okay? But if I go to my Liberty Mutual still,
Well, Tom will give your number out on the
this
air, but this
actually
lady
turned
doesn't
out
want to hold. She
wonderful.
just wanted your number to call.
Okay,
Oh, okay,
but I'm
great.
assuming I still have the discount in there for multi. But here's the one, and I paid both these in full.
Thanks for.
Well, no, it's not, because my son, it's not out of control. They dropped my auto. I couldn't have, they got rid of my autos why I went with you guys. So my point is, why is this still here? I didn't think if I didn't have auto with them, they'd put this here.
Because
And it just went into effect.
Is it an umbrella?
I can't. I honestly, what's weird is we do Safeco and same company. They won't.
They just have missed it?
Yeah.
And I paid it in full, but Brian told me they can cancel it for up to X amount of time. Is that true?
30 days into the renewal. Once you're 30 days clear into the renewal, they can't do anything. They didn't even see this. They didn't even see it. That's my guess. That happens. It happens with our companies all the time.
So I might be good for a year, I bet you are.
I bet you are.
Bet lunch? Sure, why not? I'll trade you one
I
Dan
guess
lunch.
so. That's their thing.
Dan owes me lunch for this update coming up.
Del Taco.
He thought the guy that lived in the rolling turd motorhome was going to show up for court.
He looked honest.
He looked honest. Yeah, his son looked like the Prince of Darkness.
Oh, he didn't show up?
No. They got this whole judge. In fact, you give an update here.
We do got to get that whiteboard in here just to keep track of lunches.
Hey, I didn't listen to you guys yesterday. One of my clients was going to call you guys, and I don't know if she did yesterday. I told her Friday to call
what?
Roofing issue.
Yeah.
And the roof contract came back 20-something thousand, I think, more than what it was supposed to be. She was upgrading to a concrete tile roof. So now she doesn't want to do it. And they're saying, no, we get 30% of whatever your insurance company settles with you because you signed this contract.
Yeah, I know. That's what they say all the time. But
I told her, I said, call
usually
no one knows this.
what does the contract say, though?
It's usually
I haven't seen it.
Well, usually it's a percentage of the contract and they don't have a price in it.
Yeah, we've had that actually more than once. Just have her send us the contract.
Because if it's not a legal contract, they can't do it.
Okay.
There's certain things in roofing contracts only that have to be in the contract per statute.
Okay.
One is a price. It can't just simply say whatever the insurance company says.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, why aren't you using a referral list? I said, at least you have some recourse.
Yeah.
Well, especially
You've got people that can, if you're out of your mind to use these guys that just come into the state. And, that's what's going to happen in Texas, too. They're just saying, storm chasers come in. And
what they need out there is an app where you can go to trusted people to download.
They do?
And you can match up trusted vendors with trusted contractors. And then even into insurance or public adjusters on the same app.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Don't forget our insurance day, 771-HELP. 303-771-4357. 771-HELP. If you call, You can compare your coverage with 25 or 30 companies or 26, whatever it is, and you will get 85% of the time, you will save a ton of money. We save people more than $100 a month. That is not chump change, people. That's not chump change. If you've had your insurance, especially 2 or 3 years or more, you're going to be saving, and then you're going to love us. We love that.
Hey, Matt, glass coverage real quick. I went with it for the first time.
I have zero glass coverage.
Well, mine's a $50 deductible. But here's what I had a question on. I have on one of our cars, we have a heads-up display, and I've priced this glass. This glass is only available at one place, but it's still covered, right? There's no limit.
Yeah, that's right.
Now,
you can't beat that.
I got zero deductible. How did I get that?
It depends on the carrier.
It's not that expensive, or was it?
Yeah, no, actually,
I thought it was
in
like
your case,
$7 or $8.
Yeah, it's a huge bargain. It depends on the company.
Mine costs like an extra $250, but with 3 cars on there, it's worth it.
Yeah, it depends on the company.
Now, does it actually hurt you when renewal comes? Is it like a normal claim?
No. Comp claims, generally speaking, on an auto policy cannot raise your rates. You have a hail claim, vandalism, theft. For the most part, they really can't do anything about it. Now, you get, 7 windshields in a year. There's a good chance the insurance company comes back to you and says, you know what, we're not going to offer this coverage.
But how about,
I've never seen it. They just have the right to do it.
So if I hit a deer, that's the same kind of thing?
That's comprehensive.
Okay.
Yeah. 303-713-8255. Ed.
Yes.
What's going on, sir?
I called Friday and I didn't have enough information for you about an acquaintance that has terminal cancer. We're trying to help out.
We wanted to know about coverage because we wanted to know about life insurance and then health insurance and all kinds of stuff. So what did you learn?
I think I've got everything. There's probably something I haven't.
No, it's okay. As we talked, he has terminal cancer. He has a family and a wife, and we wanted to talk about maybe a viatical or cashing in on a life insurance policy. There are people that will buy those, and a lot of people think that's ghoulish, but I think it's not. I think it provides people with money when they need it, and then if they're going to die anyway, then the person who buys the insurance policy at a slight discount, they give the cash to the person, and then they get a return on their investment. I mean, I don't think it's ghoulish at all. I mean, I don't like the idea of waiting for someone to die to get paid, but...
No, but most are going to be almost like a bond. It's going to be in a portfolio with numerous different people.
Well, guys, depending on who you buy your life insurance from, there are accelerated death benefits that are built into certain policies, too, where you can actually take that death benefit up front.
So does he have life insurance, first of all?
Yes, but it's only $50,000.
Is it term?
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. So he has life insurance. When you say only 50, he can get money out of it.
Okay.
It was probably through work.
I mean, he'll get money. He'll get money. He can probably get, depending on, this sounds sick, but no matter, depending on how far along he is with his cancer, he can get more money. I know that sounds weird, but because if somebody, for example, let's say somebody paid him 40 grand, okay? Now, they're going to collect 50. So if they paid 40 and they're going to collect 50, if that $10,000 was out there for 10 years, that would be a very poor return. If the extra $1,000 is for a year, then somebody might consider it. That's a 10% return. You see, that's the kind of thing you think about. So, or it's actually more than that. But so here's the deal: you have to do the math. As crazy as it sounds, how far along is he in his cancer?
Oh God, they haven't really given him it's stage 4. I mean,
what kind of cancer?
Lymphoma.
My God.
Is it in remission or no? It's full blown right now.
No, it's full blown. And he's doing chemo, and then they said if he gets this is what I don't understand. If he gets to the point where they don't think the chemo is really going to do much, but if he does get to the point where he gets they're going to do some stem cell stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
Then they would help those people would help him apply for his Social Security disability. They said.
Well, no, he should do that right away.
Okay,
you don't wait for that. You don't wait for that, sir.
Okay.
Come on. I mean, you got to do that right away. That's number one. Okay. And then number 2 is the life insurance.
It sounds like I don't like what he just said, though. The stem cell company is going to help him apply for the Social Security. Did you say that?
That's what his wife told me.
I don't like one, but personally, I don't like that.
Okay, just say that's not cool. All right.
Well, I don't know if it's cool. I mean, I don't like the sound of it, but who knows? You know, I don't want him collecting disability so then he can pay them for treatments. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like a contractor being at the closing for a reverse mortgage. I don't like it.
Gotcha.
So listen, man. I just so what about health insurance? Do they have health insurance?
Yeah, he is on his wife. She's a school teacher.
Good.
He's on her insurance.
Okay.
He
so
doesn't work now.
So now we know he can get some money from life insurance and he has health insurance, and now he's going to try to get Social Security disability. So the other stuff, do a GoFundMe site.
It's too bad he didn't. I don't know how he would have pulled this off, but in hindsight, if he could have gotten laid off, I don't know the relationship he had.
You mean for unemployment?
Yeah, but it's if I recall, he quit or left, you know.
Yeah, I think, he just had to. Yeah, you're right. You know, they did do it. The guys he worked with set up
a fund,
like a GoFundMe, through Wells Fargo, because they don't take the amount that GoFundMe does, you know, on a commission.
Yeah, well, I don't know what GoFundMe takes.
I don't know. I think it's 7% or something like that.
Okay, so how do people donate?
Oh, at the Wells Fargo?
Yeah. Did you find out that information?
Yeah, you buy tickets. It's called. You get on the website and buy tickets.
What website?
The Wells Fargo.
I don't understand this. You go to Wells Fargo and buy tickets for somebody? Here's the thing, Ed. Ed, listen. You are a well-meaning friend, and you found out a lot of good information. So
have his wife call it.
Here's what you need to do. Get us the number directly to your friend, okay? We'll put the word out there to try to raise money for him, okay? You've just heard us raise money for someone disabled who needed electricity. We'll do it, okay? Also, if he wants to vet a viatical company, he can call us, or she can call us. All right? Next one, Social Security disability. There are good attorneys that handle that we know. All right? And I think even Cliff Enton can probably, if he doesn't do it, refer him to somebody.
That needs to be done
quickly for sure, because it takes sometimes up to a year.
And it's just missed money right now.
Yes. So do it right away. 303-713-8255. Speaking of GoFundMe, it's very important we talk about this. When we had this guy on about his dog, he was a really nice gentleman. His dog was disabled. He wants to get surgery for his dog. He couldn't afford it. His dog was his best friend. He needed to raise money for surgery. Suze went out and found a vet to do it even cheaper so we didn't have to raise that much money. We raised the money in a few days on GoFundMe. Here's the deal. He decided not to have the surgery done at all. And this is important that you know this, how we operate. So when he decided not to have the surgery done because he was afraid his dog wouldn't make it through because of heart stuff. What?
That's what you think, but keep going.
Well, what do you think the risk?
Well, he knew that risk to begin with. But the only time he backed out is when we wanted him to go to a second vet for a second opinion and have it done somewhere else. That's when he backed out. I don't think it had anything to do with, he already knew that first risk.
Well, what are you saying, though? Why would he care where he went, what vet he went to?
I don't know why he'd care, but that was the triggering event.
So, Suzanne, do you agree that the reason he backed out was because we were sending him to another vet?
I don't think he would tell us that, but I think that's a good possibility.
Why? You don't think he was trying to make a play for money?
I think, Tom,
I don't think
with all due respect to the animal lovers out there, I think there are some that are pretty eccentric with their animals and pretty picky.
Okay.
I mean, I might be that way with my kid.
Okay.
I don't know.
So here's the deal. We got everybody refunded. A GoFundMe keeps track of donations. It's a great idea. And so they were able to refund.
By the way, they're 8%, basically 7.9.
Yeah. But that's worth it now because everyone is getting refunded. So for those who donated for that surgery, it's refunded. If you donated, it's going back to you. We love it like this because when we raise money, we want you to know we take that very seriously. And we will never use a dime other than its intended purpose. And if things go south, we make every effort to do it right like this, and every dime goes back. We have more coming right up.
Okay, next break I'll be going, Mark.
That's really nice, huh, that we were able to do that.
Here's your price. This is the, so each half hour when I switch over these, each half hour, then I go, then 15 minutes. So I go half hour, half hour, half hour, half hour, 15, 15, 15, 15. Okay. And this, I load it all.
So I'll pick up at half hour.
Second half hour, you pick up when you go Excel.
Half hour, then Compass half hour, and then 15 each.
And then I got all of the ads loaded on there. All the live ads loaded on there. Oh, and then up there, you can throw whatever.
Oh, yeah, keep that up. Stupid Denver custom food trucks. Who sells a food truck you can't even register with the health department? It's the most absurd thing in the world. And that's all they do. It's not Denver custom trucks. It's Denver custom food trucks and restaurant equipment.
Where are they located? Who's asking that shit?
Flea market.
We're going down.
Because I want to write. I want to do the story for Facebook. We're getting good traction on those posts, and also on YouTube. So I'll edit it together. Just do me a favor.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about it though. It's going to be complete surprise.
When you shoot stuff, do me a favor. Sometimes shoot without talking. Just shoot pictures. Like wide shot. Just let it run for 10 seconds. Just like that. Don't move it. Just that. Then do another shot. And then when you talk, fine too. But don't do it all talking.
And
all moving. Note all talking and moving. It just doesn't work. So,
but you want to do that B-roll.
So, here's what it's called. And I'll give you a little primer downstairs. But you do what's called establishing shots. That means, where are you? Boom, wide shots. Just let it run. I know it feels unnatural because you want to move it or do something. Just let it hit 10 seconds minimum. Never a shot less than 10 seconds.
So,
never.
So when you're doing it, pan to the left and right?
And then you do a tight shot of a sign or something. These are called establishing shots. Maybe along the highway where it's located. Once you get 3 or 4 establishing shots, then you can do moving without people, and then talking. But don't mix match them. Sometimes we just start rolling and we just go the whole thing, and it's difficult to edit.
But you can get on that other stuff after the confrontation.
Of course you can, absolutely. And then stills, like Mark said, those are always cool to work in.
I could always ask him. I can say, hey, can you just...
And then when Mark's talking, seriously, when Mark's talking, when he's done talking and he's just doing stuff, get his hands moving. Or you get a rear shot of him. Because then you intercut that. Those are called cut shots. So you have establishing shots and cut shots. They're called cutaways. Cutaways are something that you can cut away from sound, edit the sound, and go back to the sound. See, it's a sneaky way to get in and out of.
We hope there's no confrontation, though. We want it nice and...
But you know what? You really did a good job on that RV. The way you walked. Yeah, did a good job. And it just worked out perfectly the way Mark was standing in the door. It just...
You should have went after that kid.
What are you talking about?
Oh, the kid when the kid came out of the truck.
He's thinking of a different RV.
Oh, the RV. Okay, I was thinking of the RV with where we served them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. He's talking about the one from last Friday.
And I like the stand-ups Mark does because they're just off the cuff.
Oh, you did
and they're not stilted or they're not rehearsed. You know what I mean? I like that. Just talking. They're the best kinds.
I'm going to bring a baseball bat to this one. Just smash one of the food trucks right there.
What happened? What's the problem with food trucks?
He built this guy a custom food truck that the health department won't allow you to cook food in.
How much was that?
Not just the health department here, across the country.
16. It was a food trailer, so it was a full-on trailer.
Oh, that's right. Well, same thing. He does them both.
Right. What I'm saying is, yeah, he did this with a trailer. They're expensive. Those trailers, and there was 33,000. There was no cooking in there.
I think a good food truck's probably 8.
And then all the work tables and that kind of stuff.
They're everywhere right now. I mean, that is the thing. And then
I was looking at
all over the place.
I was thinking of buying one and then leasing it back.
And they are all over the place right now.
To somebody.
We should have just making one and then have a troubleshooter truck and lease it out to somebody. You tell them where it's going to be on the show. I'm telling you, we could have a thing going.
So when they come back here, because they're going to miss Food Taste of Colorado. They're going to, because
Mark, that's not a bad idea. Can they make some money?
But we could have.
Oh shit! If they have a niche, in other words, a good food they do, they can make a ton of dough. Man.
We could have Gangster Rap come in here.
Not only that, you make money on the lease back, plus you get all the advertising on it.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Our Insurance Help Center, 303-771-HELP. 303-771-4357. Call in, get your declarations page, or the best estimate you have of what you're paying and for what, although that almost never works. And then we will take a stab at saving you money. Do we have any real-life examples?
Actually, we do, Tom. Brian actually just sent me a few. So, and this is where it's important that you have someone that's reviewing your policy. Okay. So Brian said he's got someone that came to us from Allstate. They have 2 teenage drivers, a $500,000 home, and they only had $100,000 liability. So Brian raised them to $500,000 of liability, so 10 times the amount of coverage. And he had an umbrella, and they're going to save $100 a year.
They would have been They would have been wiped out. Why in God's name did they only have $50,000 in insurance and $1 million in equity?
Guys, I'm not just saying this. Almost every Geico policy that I ever see, almost every one of them has $25,000 a person, $50,000 per accident, with $15,000 of property damage.
Oh no, you'll be wiped out.
You had a Mercedes-Benz, you're bankrupt.
If you have no money, that's fine. But if you have money, you'll be you'll be seeing wink and wink, because you'll be bankrupt.
That's right.
They'll be taking your money. And by the way, let's talk about Suzanne
Real
wanted
quick,
something.
Tom,
That's what I
so
meant.
this lady called Sue. She is going to shop with Compass, and whatever they can save her, she's going to donate to Deborah.
That's
so sweet.
That's cool. That's cool. That's really good.
Matt,
okay.
you better sharpen
Larry,
that.
what's going on?
Absolutely.
Larry, what's going on with you and Simmons Flooring?
Hi, Tom.
Hey, what's happening?
Well, I haven't heard anything since I spoke with you yesterday.
Yeah, explain your situation.
So I hired Damon to refinish my floors and install some wood floors. I gave him half down. I hired him because there was a recommendation from a friend of mine.
Yeah, and he said didn't he deliver the floor?
He did.
And it had to be seasoned, he said. But then we wondered where he went, and you couldn't get a hold of him. And how much did you pay?
I paid
$1,700.
$1,700, and you got about $800 worth of floor.
That sounds about even, right?
Yeah.
No, he has $800 worth of floor.
Oh.
And he paid $1,700 down. This guy's behind. This guy owes him about $1,000 if he doesn't come through. And you spoke to him, Suzanne.
I spoke to Damon just a little bit ago. He said this is a complete miscommunication problem, and that Larry, he was just waiting to hear from you so he could get over there and get you scheduled. Apparently the dates you needed before, he was unavailable, but he definitely wants to get you resolved. He said to call him, get you scheduled. He's
and
waiting
what was
to
your
hear
feeling,
from you.
Suzanne? You know, your gut feeling.
He was a bit on the defensive, told me about 4 times he was in business for 20 years.
Well, no, that's a good thing.
He felt a little insulted that he was talked about on the air. I offered for him to come on. He wanted me to relay message.
Okay, but no, hold on. At first, though, if somebody's a little upset and they brag about how long they've been in business, sometimes that's a good thing.
Sometimes that's a horrible thing as well.
Well, yeah, I know, but
the next thing they do is throw out, I'm also a godly man.
No, but here's the thing, Mark. Most of the scammers do not brag about being in business a long time. They don't. That's all I'm saying. Most of them don't brag about that in business 20 years. But anyway, are you willing to give this guy a chance to make it right? And then maybe he's not. But here's what I say. There's no downside to give him the chance, right? Because if you're going to sue him, it's going to take that long anyway.
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Has he contacted you since?
No.
I want you to call him right now. Hold on. Let's just give him a call. Suzanne, give him the number. And then we'll give him a few days. And then maybe Mark's right. Maybe this was just a story to buy.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying I just don't.
You know, I know.
To me, that how many years they've been in business is sometimes just a complete cloud.
Yeah, but when somebody cares about us talking about them on the air, sometimes that's a good sign.
The best ones, honestly, the ones that almost always come through, with the exceptions of nutballs like Kalen Eccles, what happens is...
And that other guy down in the Pueblo.
I forget. There's so many of them. But usually when the business comes on and wants to protect their name and give their side, then it's usually good.
Now, the name of this guy is Simmons, or is that just...
Damon Simmons with Simmons Flooring.
All right. So we'll see what happens.
You know, speaking of complete deadbeats, once again, I got to get this out there. If you're looking for restaurant equipment or a food truck, you got to stay away from Denver Custom Food Trucks and restaurant equipment. They are absolutely terrible. They built this poor person a trailer that you can't even have the health department sign off on. They can't do anything with it. They're out $10,000 getting it fixed.
The worst company in the world. Do not go to Denver Food Truck or Denver, what is it?
Denver Custom Food Trucks and Restaurant Equipment. It's 303-242-0136. This guy came on the air and told us he was going to send him $3,500, outright lied, then told us he changed his mind a week later when the check didn't step up.
So listen to this.
Rudy.
They have no qualms about selling you a truck that can never pass inspection, nor can it be legally on the road. Two things. It won't pass food inspection, and it cannot legally be driven on the road. That's 303-242-0136. Tell them what you think about them. Go online and review them. Do anything you can to slam these guys because they deserve it. And by the way, I just can't stand people who purposely do things wrong and try to screw people. Okay, this email asked about, I said you might end up at Wink and Wink. They're bankruptcy attorneys, winkandwink.com, 303-410-1720. I said that as a joke, meaning that if you're not insured, you could end up in a bankruptcy, and that's true. You know, I'm sure that Compass Insurance Group has seen many times when people don't carry enough insurance. If you get sued, you're screwed because they'll come after you if you have assets. Now, if you have no money, never have any money, they'll never get anything, that's when you carry the minimums. Otherwise, I said you'll be calling winkandwink.com, but it's better to get insurance. And they're at 303-410-1720 for winkandwink.com. But let's talk about insurance. How do you insure? You insure twice your net worth? How much?
You know, Tom, I think that depends. You absolutely have to cover your exposure.
So,
I mean, whatever your equity is, you got to have enough insurance to cover that.
So that's your net worth.
Absolutely.
Your assets minus your liabilities and your assets. If you have a positive, you insure for it. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Don't forget the Help Center, 303-771-HELP.
Hey guys, it's Russ.
I guess you would.
I mean, and then you'll hit a certain point where it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Bill Gates isn't insured for $140 billion.
Well, more than your debt. Well, okay, you're right. You would. Mark, I started the recap. I always started like this insurance thing.
What do you think that number is, though, Matt? So net worth at $50 million. You're not buying.
You're wrong, Mark.
$50
a lot of billionaires do not carry. They're self-insured.
Oh, yeah, a lot of them. A lot of my most wealthy clients, they carry like a $5 million umbrella.
Well,
I've got clients that have $25 million umbrellas that, you know, but I guess it's all about your stomach, too.
Right.
How much is a $25 million umbrella? Class A, AAA rating.
I'm going to guess that this guy, he's more famous.
I bet it's cheaper than you think.
Yeah, I think it was 20,000, maybe 20,000 a year, something like that.
You want me to read this where I put the notes down, and then you take it for the, like I said, I already started to do the recap, it's insurance days, and whatever you put in there.
Oh, yeah. Just keep you shrink it, but keep it up. And then you've got us on the other mic right now.
Yes. Okay. We're ready to go. If you want this here, just don't lose it, because it's got all my notes and stuff.
Yeah, I'll bring it down.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. Here's the backpack.
Mark, you have to value deliverables, okay? For this termination clause, you have to value deliverables. So it would be based on the last milestone?
No, it can't be, because we still have nothing. Big deal. Big deal. If we don't have a product we can use.
I'm just saying. But the milestone, then you get everything to that point.
Yeah, but when we're
then tell me what you want to say, because that's how they normally do it.
Well, how could you? But you
looked it up.
You already stated in there we don't own that. We can't take their IP, the original IP, and have someone else finish it. So it's fucking worthless. You understand what I'm saying? It's absolutely worthless because we can't have someone else design it based upon ours. I would say we get a full refund.
A full refund.
But if we cancel, that wouldn't be fair to them. It's got to go both ways.
We know you already have enough to work.
I'm open to any suggestions. I'm just
Okay.
telling you,
I say
what
you
stops them going 75%?
I say you value deliverables. First of all, there's a certain amount paid for their IP, whatever their going market is, and then we can use it either with another customization or through them.
Then they would have to deliver
That's-
all the raw code. So make sure
No,
it has
whatever
in there.
they normally, they sell it anyway, Mark. They allow you to buy it. What do they sell it for? What is their price?
They don't. They allow you to basically lease it, and then they charge you per transaction. They don't give you that IP code. They do not give you that code.
But that must have a value in the 85 because they're allowing us to use it. So whatever that value is, we need to know.
Okay, so when you think of a, they literally code it, they literally write it, then they compile it, and you've got this program, okay? You can't uncompile it and get the code. So without the code, we couldn't go any further, even if we were at 50%. There's no way to continue on without the raw code. Nowhere in there do they deliver the raw code to us.
Yeah, at the end they do.
No, they don't. They never deliver the raw code.
It is with our customization. Original IP is included.
Yeah, what they're going to hand us is the app and then the working websites. They're not going to hand us the original code at any point.
Well, that's not what the contract says. The contract says the original IP comes along with it, but we can't use it outside of our customization.
No, what it says is what they hand us is our property to do whatever. They're not telling us how they created it. It's like if we bought a birthday cake, we can resell it, but all the ingredients and how they baked it and the temperature and everything else.
Then why were they afraid of us taking it apart then? That we shouldn't have even had
because
if
we could probably spend $100,000 and have someone go through and attempt to backward engineer it. But
so if we but what I'm saying is
it
we have a
truly
clause in here that says that the original IP is ours. The original, as long as it's coupled with our customization.
Correct, but the original IP in this case, once again, is the birthday cake. It's not the ingredients to the birthday cake and how to create it. It's literally the birthday cake.
So you're saying that they keep it somewhere?
We own the finished product.
But is it on our server?
It'll be on our server,
okay,
yes.
So it's ours.
But if they only get 50% without the ingredients, we can never create that birthday cake. That's the ironic part about this. Or not ironic, it's a fucking...
Well, I don't see, first of all, how they can deliver us custom code that we paid for that's ours and separate it from original IP.
It's a custom. They can't. They're going to hand us a product we can resell like a birthday cake.
But in what our agreement doesn't say, our agreement
yes,
says,
it does say
our
that.
agreement says that we have customizations
That's
that
right.
we can break apart and use separately.
Correct.
Any way we want.
That's correct, but they're not saying they're going to hand us the code. Nowhere in there does it say they're giving us the raw code. Everything in software is going to be based on, once you compile it, it's like baking the cake, man. And I'm belaboring that, but that's the deal.
I know what you're saying. Then we never needed that clause, that all the bullshit.
Yeah, we did. Because the original one, we couldn't even sell it. We couldn't even sell the cake. Now we can sell the cake to anybody we want, and we own the cake. Before, we weren't even able to sell the cake, remember?
Okay, all right.
We had to ask them permission to sell the cake.
Here's the deal then. There is no way to deconstruct that then. There's no way to value that. So unless we get a 100% product, we get a full refund?
Here's how we put that. Here's how we put it.
If they breach, they give us a 100% refund?
Yeah, whatever we paid to that point. Now, if we breach it, then I guess we breached it. They're paid to that milestone. I think that's a fair way. If we miss a payment to them, they get to keep whatever we've done. I mean, that's only fair, right? Why don't did we ask Trenner? How would Trenner do this? Maybe we really just have a quick conversation with them.
4660. Major key alert. Don't ever play.
No, the key, I
still complicated.
I can predict what he'll say. Exactly what I'm saying. Well, then you have no value. I mean, if they're not going to give us code, we have no value. Then we've gotten nothing to that point. We can't take their customizations and go somewhere else.
That's right.
And continue from that point forward.
Not for even close to where we would still owe them.
But
it's going to be with anybody.
Then there's no. It doesn't matter what Trenner said. There's no value. There's no value without the entire deliverable.
That's right. I agree 100% with that. So then if they cancel the contract, we need to be able to get 100% of our milestone money back, right? How else would you do it?
Martino, the Troubleshooter.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Today we're doing insurance checkups. That means if you have insurance, like most people do, car insurance and home insurance, even business insurance of any kind, and you have a declarations page, you can call our help center and get a second opinion. This is not for or against any one company anywhere. There are, whatever company you have, if it's the best one, you'll be told. And if another company can beat it, you'll be told. And if we told you the last time this company was great and this time you can switch, that's because it's all about pricing, not loyalty. If that's what you're concerned about, you can give us a call at the Help Center at 303-771-HELP, 771-4357, where people will be standing by from Compass to give you real live quotes. We're able to save people, in some cases, $500 a month, depending on how much coverage they have. Just recently, the last hour, we talked about somebody saving $100 a year. Big deal, right? No, they more than 10 times the coverage. And then they saved $100. They were exposed big time, exposed to a point where they could have been ruined for life if you're not insured enough. We have Compass Insurance Group with us. Matt Cornea, we'll talk to him in a minute. We also have a guest from the referral list at referralist.com, Gary Johnson. It's all construction consultants. If you need someone to hold your hand, they do it. And, you know, when we talk about construction, I like to throw out Genesis, and I'm telling you, he is swamped. You want to know why? Because he does it the right way. And there are many that do. It's unfortunate, but not many do. It's the kind of thing that is sad. But by the way, he's probably booked out for the rest of this good weather with fencing and decks and windows and all that. He has a solar window that's second to none. And what I wanted to mention, the reason I'm mentioning him, is because if you need a project done and you need it done for the winter, now's the time to get in, get that design done, and then get them scheduled now. GenesisTotalExteriors.com for your interior work, because he also does, of course, baths and kitchens. So that's 303-679-8509, 679-8509, GenesisTotalExteriors.com. But the reason I bring this up, I wanted to ask Gary Johnson, how do you get paid, Gary? If somebody, and by the way, I don't think any good contractor would be insulted if you had a consultant help you out. But how do you get paid? Somebody's redoing a basement or somebody's doing a remodel and they want you to help them with your consulting services so they don't get ripped off. You tell them how to proceed, how to do it. How do you get paid?
I basically charge a flat rate of $60 an hour, and I break it into 15-minute increments.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that way...
15-minute, that's odd. That's good. So, well, but $60 an hour, so people can call you whenever they want, or is there a certain number of hours?
Well, no, they can call me as much as they want. I can help them as much as they want me to,
or as little
as they want me to.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So if they're thinking of just getting their bathroom or basement or something redone, they can give you a call, and you can look at the contracts. You can do anything for, like Tom said, under $200.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, so I charge $60. So let's say you call and we talk for 15 minutes. I'm not going to charge you $60 for 15 minutes. I'm basically going to bank at 45 minutes. So if you call me back in a week or two, you still have 45 minutes within that $60.
No, I understand. I understand what you're saying. And then when you get to 60,
then we just start over again.
All right. Okay. 303-713-8255 is our number. Okay. Now, we have a guy on the line, and Suzanne, he wants to talk about what?
He just wants to call on behalf of his brother-in-law. Said he wanted to talk to you because he's a brother-in-law of Damon's.
Damon Simmons Flooring. A guy called in. Let me give some background. And he said, I paid $1,700 to Damon Simmons, and he did deliver the floor, and it has to season, meaning it has to sit there for a little while, a couple weeks, to get acclimated. Then he's going to lay it down. But then the consumer, Larry, called us and was upset because he said that Damon wasn't returning his calls or getting back to him. Then we called Damon, as we call everyone we get complaints about, and Damon said it was a misunderstanding, and he has every intention of finishing the job. So far, right, Suzanne? So now
Yes.
Benjamin is calling in to add to that, and Benjamin says he is Simmons' brother-in-law. Go ahead, Benjamin.
Yes, sir. So I run a small electrical contracting outfit as well.
Yes, sir.
I know that you guys do a lot of construction calls and complaints with regards to how construction works. Straight across, it's not just the straight material cost. What I heard you refer to earlier.
What do you mean?
He delivered $800 worth of materials, and he owes about $1,000 either in labor or material.
Oh, I did mention that. I said that if he pulls out now, he would owe the guy the rest, right? Yeah.
Yes. Well, let's factor in all the trips down there. Let's factor in the maintenance, wear and tear on the vehicle. Let's factor in labor for his...
You can factor in the moon.
Benjamin, you're right if he did the job. But if he doesn't do the job, I don't care what maintenance he put on his truck. If he delivers the wood and breaches the contract, I have to hire another guy to finish.
I understand what you're saying, sir. If you breach the contract, that is in fact the case. The contract has not been breached because...
No, you're right, because he says he's going to do it.
Let me finish, please.
I said, I'm on your side. I said, you're right, it hasn't been breached yet.
And Damon and him tried to make arrangements. I called Damon when I heard you guys' thing, because I was like, wait a minute, that's something familiar to me. And he said he tried to make arrangements, and the guy couldn't have him do the job when he had the availability to. Well, as construction guys, we don't sit around and wait for one job to be ready and hope that that's going to carry us through for another month. We got to go out and get busy from other companies, other contracts.
You know what? He makes a valid point, and I think the guy was calling. You told him to call up, and hopefully they got it scheduled, and this is all taken care of.
Right. Now, listen, we don't expect people to sit around and wait. All we cared about is that the consumer said, whether he was telling the truth, I have to believe him, because Damon did not dispute it, but Larry said he tried to call him. Go ahead, Suzanne.
Sorry, Tom. Larry did say after he got off the air with you guys, and I meant to update, he just wants the difference back. He doesn't trust Damon anymore, so I'm going to call Damon and ask.
I'm going to tell you something, though. He may not have the option to cancel because, as Benjamin brought out, he didn't really breach the contract yet. Now, this happens a lot, though. People get off on the wrong foot. They delay it, and then they're upset that the guy didn't come back. Now he doesn't want it done at all.
See, I'm curious.
That's going to be tough.
I'm curious who actually delayed it. If Damien actually had a date and the other guy couldn't do it, then the caller delayed.
Benjamin, are you saying that the other guy, that Damon wanted to start the job?
From what I heard from Damon,
is
that they had a scheduled date, and then they couldn't do it on that specific date.
Larry says he has text stating otherwise. I told him I didn't need those quite yet.
Yeah.
But maybe I do.
Well, here's the deal. The bottom line is this, as Mark said, who delayed it? If Damon put the guy off several weeks...
What's the contract say?
That might be a breach of contract. But if it was just a couple weeks, at what point do you have the right to terminate that contract? That's not written in stone anywhere, Mark. There is no law that says if you don't show up for 2 weeks, I automatically can cancel.
Unless you put it in the contract.
Normally what happens in a contract is when you are not showing up for a while, normally you write a demand letter saying to either fulfill the contract or I'm going to hold you in breach. You give them a chance, normally. So I'm not sure the consumer in this case has the right to cancel it. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm saying, well, and of course he can cancel it all he wants, but he may not get any money back. I don't know. I mean, this guy Damon can say, wait a minute, I blocked out that time for this work, and I'm willing to do the work. So this consumer now, Larry, we're not going to fight for you to get your money back yet until we get more details, because you don't automatically get the right.
And it would really help if Damon, instead of his buddy calling up, would call up and tell us this.
Right. Or can this guy, Simmons, supply us, not Simmons, can Larry, the consumer, Suzanne, can he provide us with his contract?
I'll ask.
Let's take a look at the contract. There must be something in there about termination. 303-713-8255. We've been talking about insurance with Compass Insurance Group, giving examples. We'll give some more. Do you have any more when we have time? Do you have more? Okay, good. And I want to tell you, one of the things insurance loves is when you use things like Flexident, because the car is fixed better than at a body shop when they drill and fill. And if you don't have paint damage, you should never go to a conventional body shop for your dents or dings, because paintless dent repair is the way to do it, and insurance companies love when you do that. So, and by the way, you will love it too, because it does not detract from the value of your car. That's Flexident. They have openings. They can get you right in. If you have any damage, try paintless dent repair first. 303-619-6273. 303-619-6273. We got a lot more to talk about coming right up.
This report is brought to you by Denver Mattress.
There's a few trouble spots to watch out for in your drive across town. There's a wreck on the westbound side of I-70 just after Vasquez. It's got the right lane blocked, backups to I-270. Watch out for a wreck. Eastbound 6th Avenue, the off-ramp to northbound I-25. It's at the end of the ramp there. Police are on the scene. That's causing some looky-loo backups as well. Watch out for another crash, 6th Avenue at Lincoln. That's in the cleanup stages. The weather forecast, mostly sunny and hot today with a high of 92. Tonight, partly cloudy and an overnight low of 59. Tomorrow, sunny, 10% chance of afternoon thunderstorms, a high near 91. Right now, a few clouds above and 82 in Denver. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
It's time to rest easy and save big at the Denver Mattress Labor Day sale. Now's your chance to save up to $800 on select Simmons Beauty Rest and Serta iComfort mattresses with an adjustable base. Save big, only at Denver Mattress, Colorado's #1 Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
Do you owe the IRS more than you can pay? Get your peace of mind back. Go to advancedtaxsolutions.com.
At Blue Heron Capital, we believe that a successful retirement plan starts with solid returns without stock market volatility. But it goes much further. At Blue Heron Capital, we're here to help you with a full 360 degrees of your financial life in retirement. Our strategic partners in tax and estate planning, Medicare and Social Security give you the ability to manage key areas of your financial life in retirement with one firm. Blue Heron Capital, your Colorado retirement specialist. Let's meet and talk about your retirement goals. In our complimentary retirement plan checkup, we'll review your retirement plan and investments. We'll make recommendations for improving your plan, reducing risk, and making sure that all aspects of your financial life are considered in your plan. For more information, call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Online at yourmoneyyourretirement.com. Blue Heron Capital.
iHeartRadio does something no other app or website can do. Thousands of live radio stations you can take anywhere. Want to listen to that station in Denver, but you're in Philly? No problem. In Austin, but you miss Seattle? No problem. Plus, iHeartRadio lets you create your own custom artist stations.
Hey, this is Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue on iHeartRadio.
Just type in the artist you love, and iHeartRadio creates a station just for you. Free radio and unlimited music all in one app. iHeartRadio.
Join us for the $100,000 Money Bags giveaway. We're giving away a total of $70,000 at Isle Casino Blackhawk Friday, September 1st and Sunday, September 3rd. And we're giving away a total of $30,000 at Lady Luck Blackhawk Saturday, September 2nd and Monday, September 4th. Earn entries beginning August 1st. Must be 21. All terms, conditions, rewards, and benefits are subject to change or revocation without notice. Eligibility and exceptions apply. See official promotional rules. See individual property for specific details for this promotion. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
If you're anywhere near my age and you've been an athletic or just hard-working person, you might have a joint that's on its last legs, if you'll pardon the pun. You're uncomfortable. You can't do so much you want to do, but you don't want the pain and cost and months of rehab that come from a joint replacement. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky, and now you have an option. Downtown's Healthcare offers regenerative therapy with stem cells that can help restore that aching joint to a level of comfort and function you didn't believe possible. Learn more at downtownshealthcare.com. That's downtownshealthcare.com.
Everyone does it. In the living room, the garage, at the kitchen table. Everyone you know. Your kid's teacher, the neighbor, the coffee guy. Hey, you're doing it right now. I'm talking about listening to radio. Radio is huge. And radio ads like this connect with 93 23% of Americans a week. That's bigger than TV, Facebook, and Google. So if you're a marketer with radio, you reach more of who you want. More boomers, more Gen Xers, even more millennials. So get to iHeartMedia.com for one place everyone is. AM/FM radio. Come on, everyone's doing it.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000.
Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief took care of Eric's problem.
And now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-960-1575. 800-960-1575.
If you want luxury granite or quartz countertops at wholesale prices, you need to call Art of Granite. When they remodel your kitchen, they'll do your bathroom vanity for free. Call them at 303-386-5919 or online at artofgranite.net.
Hi, Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Let's talk. What's on your mind? First, I want to tell you about the Raleigh House. It is a treatment center for addiction, and they have 3 or 4 locations, or actually 4 more locations. They're growing, and they set up a special number for us to help you to talk to an addict in your life. If you have any addicts in your life and you want to get them into treatment. Now, if you are an addict listening, and we've had addicts before listen to this show and get help through us, we really appreciate it if you call. And if you have a loved one, a parent, a brother, sister, cousin, anyone in who you know has an addiction, or you suspect, they can tell you how to talk to them. It's not necessarily a confrontation or an intervention. Sometimes it's a conversation, and the Raleigh House can help you out. They do individual treatment plans, medically based, and they do what I call real treatment, medical, behavioral, and they involve the social life. TheRaleighHouse.com. Here's that special number set up for my listeners who may want to call and get tips on talking to the addict in their life. 720-893-5559. 720-893-5559. 893-5559, and that's TheRaleighHouse.com. Okay, let's keep going here, and we have a lot to talk about. Now, let's see, who's been waiting? Okay, Chris. Chris, what's going on with you, Chris?
Hello.
Hey, what's happening?
Well, I have a tenant that I'm trying to evict for non-payment of rent.
Yes.
I went through the eviction process. At the first hearing, he filed for protection because he had filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And we went to the bankruptcy court and discovered that he had filed bankruptcy before he signed a lease with us, and on his application he said he'd never filed bankruptcy.
So you can go and have that stay removed.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do
for fraud.
Now.
You go through the trustee.
Well, now the trustee said because it was post-petition that it wouldn't be part of the bankruptcy.
Right, right. You mean the lease was post-petition, right? So, but so now you get it removed from bankruptcy. In other words, you have to get something from the trustee stating that it was post-petition, or you have to get the petition when you go to eviction court and show the judge that it's post-petition. You have to show the lease, and you have to show the filing, and you say to the judge, Your Honor, this should go through as it was post-petition.
Okay, I understand that. And then, in the meantime, he's living in my property rent-free.
Well, yeah, but you can collect from him. It's not covered under the bankruptcy. You know, everything he's mounting up right now, you can actually collect from him.
In some ways, you're in better shape because he can't write you off in a bankruptcy.
That's exactly right. You're in better shape.
Oh, okay, so there is a mechanism to collect and...
Well, it's collection. It's normal collection. He is not protected by bankruptcy because he entered into this agreement post-petition, meaning after he filed.
You get the judgment, you get the interrogatories, you find the money, you attach it, and that's it.
And when he doesn't have a bankruptcy or all that other debt, you're going to get paid because this guy, you start You can start garnishing his wages and everything. And listen, man, you got to do this quickly, though. You got to get back into eviction. So, did he tell the eviction court that he was protected by bankruptcy?
Yes, he did.
Well, then he lied. You have him on perjury. Did he do that in a written statement to the court?
Yes.
Did the judge ask for the petition?
Well, he has.
Did you go to eviction court?
No, I just went to a hearing and
that's called eviction court. That's a hearing where, in other words, you gave him a 3-day notice and he didn't get leave, right? And then you filed for a hearing, right?
Correct.
And you went to the hearing and he went there too.
He didn't go. He filed his paperwork 2 days before.
And in that paperwork, get a copy of it. And if he copied saying he was protected by the bankruptcy code and it shows a false date of his filing, he's going to be arrested. Do you understand that?
Yes, it doesn't show a date, but it does show that it does state that he was protected due to bankruptcy.
Okay, this guy is playing games. You got to get him back into court. You need to go back to that judge, and you need to now ask him to reconsider.
Okay, I have that in process right now.
Good.
And make sure he's talking about the date of filing, not the date of...
well, there was no discharge yet,
Discharge.
Right? Was there a discharge yet?
No.
Okay. Discharge is the end of his Chapter 7, where all the bills go away. So he is not protected at this time.
Okay, and then he had also filed for bankruptcy back in 2011, and that case was still pending.
Well, I think that's impossible.
What do you mean, 2007?
No, 2011.
No, 12. He can't. So wait, that was still pending? What does that mean, it was still pending?
Well, this is just what it said in his thing. It says... the above-named debtor has filed a bankruptcy petition within the past 8 years in the District of Colorado.
So it sounds like he just couldn't push it through.
No, it sounds to me like he does this on purpose to keep creditors off his back and never follows through. So he never actually has it on his record.
I'd hire someone, man, just like Siglian or someone.
You got to get the guy out of there. You got to get a judgment and stop fooling around.
And Brendan Siglian, not only can he help you with getting him evicted, but he can also help you with the collection once you get the judgment and getting the judgment.
And he's on our referral list at referrallist.com. Stacy, what is this follow-up with Dan and Mark?
This one's nuts.
What is it?
This is the one where I went out to the rolling turd. We tricked this guy into coming out.
Oh, that jerk.
And his kid.
We have the Facebook video, don't we?
Yeah, I'm going to put it back up so people can see it again, but it's nuts.
What was this guy's name? Scumbag?
Stacy, what's his name? I deal with so many scumbags, they kind of bleed together.
His name is Greg Martinez.
Yeah.
With Country Concrete Services.
So it started out like this. She gives him X amount of money up front. He comes out and showed us pictures of what he did. He was going to do a patio.
He did nothing.
He did nothing. You're absolutely right. And ironically, of course, he was going to have his day in court and prove that he did this and prove that he did that. And I knew this little scumbag wouldn't show up, and I assume yesterday in court, no show?
Yes, no show.
Well, the good news about that is you got the judgment, right?
We did get the judgment, but...
You know the bad news.
Yeah, the bad news is now... Our first option is we have to write him in writing to award us what the judgment amount was, which we were awarded $3,000.
Yeah.
And we know he's not going to answer that. We're going to do that by... We're going to...
Yeah, you got to get that done. Then here's the troubling part. We're going to have to serve him again with interrogatories to find out where his money is. But after looking at what he lives and drives in and how he acts and what he does, he has nothing.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's not gonna,
but here's the good news. Listen, I bet he's so stupid that we can set him up again and I can serve him with the interrogatories, which would be some of the best video ever. And if he doesn't answer the interrogatories, Stacy, the coolest part is you can go back to the court, say he didn't enter them, he had 30 days to do it, they'll issue a bench warrant, so when a cop pulls over that rolling turd he drives around in, they'll actually arrest his ass and throw him in jail, and the bond will be for that $3,000 plus the 6% on the judgment.
I'm sure that's the way it's going to go.
That's exactly how it's going to go. So worst scenario, the guy will do some jail time if he didn't already roll down to Texas to rip people off down there.
Yeah, that's the thing too, and just the fact that, yeah, like you said, he'll most likely meet one of us again
Yeah, let's do it. Let's set him up again. Let's see how stupid this guy is.
I do have the interrogatory paperwork that he is supposed to fill out, but I don't see. The only thing I'm seeing is a certificate of service by mailing. I don't see one by, like, if we have you do it, a paper to sign off on it.
I'd have to look at it. I don't know why. What is it, Denver? But regardless, it doesn't matter. You can serve them however you want on interrogatories. I've served guys waiting for one court trial in a courtroom with interrogatories for another case, like Jay Lopez, and I watched his ass get thrown in jail. So you send out that first thing saying, hey, where's my money? And then let's trick him again because he's not the smartest guy out there, and we'll show up and we'll do it all over again.
Okay, when it says the first step is to ask him to pay, and it says preferably in writing.
Yep.
Does that mean form of letter, or could we do it through an email?
I don't even know who you'd send a letter to. He lives in a rolling turd.
Yeah, that's because when we send out the demand letters, we sent them to his
Here's what we'll do. I don't want to spend too much more time on the air because we're running up against a break, but send me an email. I'll reach out to our attorney, Brendan Siglian, and see what he says. How do you serve somebody or send mail to them when they don't have a residence?
Yeah,
okay, we'll figure it out. And it's not like the guy Tom's registered with the Secretary of State. I mean, the guy's he's a thief.
We'll figure it out. He has to have an address for his business. We're talking about insurance today with Compass Insurance Group, and one thing about insurance, John Fuller always recommends you carry underinsured and uninsured motorist coverage, because if the other party does not have coverage or adequate coverage, they step into the other party's shoes, even for pain and suffering and lost wages and all that kind of stuff. And that doesn't cost a lot, does it?
No, it's not expensive at all, Tom.
It really isn't. And so many people do not get it.
15%
and they don't get it. Why don't they get it? And they don't get MedPay. He also recommends MedPay, which means no matter whose fault it is, you get medical coverage for you and your occupants. Why is it? Oh, don't you have to actually turn it down initially?
You have to actually sign off.
Yeah, so please cover, John Fuller says get those coverages. In fact, John Fuller would love to talk to you if you're ever in an accident and you want to know what does your insurance cover. He has even been successful getting other insurance companies to cover if there was cross-collateralization or cross-liability. He's an expert at finding what I call cross-liability, where one party lives with another party and you can actually tap their insurance. There are very special circumstances when it comes to personal injury, and he knows them all. Fuller Law, John Fuller, personalinjuryco.com, 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500. I'm Tom Martino for Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan, because Ideal wants to make sure if they do a refinance for you, they put you in a better position than you were in before. And being in a better position than you were before means you have a shorter term or a lower rate or both, or that you've maybe consolidated some debt and then they can tell you how to pay off that portion of the principal faster. They also have credit optimization where they can help you tweak your credit. It just takes a few hours to get you even better pricing, or they have the rate guarantee. So if rates go down even further, they will refinance you free of charge over the next 2 years. Give them a call, 303-867-7000. Whether you are refinancing or buying, and check out their pre-approval. If you're buying, it's like a cash offer. Yes, you're already approved, not pre-qualified, approved. All you need is the appraisal. 303-867-7000, idealhomeloans.com.
They're also on my referral list at referrallist.com.
Nothing is more important than your health. Hi, I'm Donnie, president of Fitness Gallery Superstores, where we sell the world's finest fitness equipment. We're celebrating 20 years of keeping Colorado in shape with 20 to 40% off everything. All treadmills, ellipticals, exercise bikes, and home gyms on sale. Come celebrate our anniversary with huge discounts and rebates from our manufacturers, including True Fitness, Tough Stuff Strength, and Hampton, which all carry the best warranties in the industry. Don't buy internet, infomercial, or department store products. If you can't test it, don't buy it. We sell gym quality and take trade-ins. As always, Fitness Gallery offers a 60-day free in-home trial and 0% financing. Fitness Gallery, we sell high-quality exercise equipment. You never regret buying quality. 2 convenient locations, I-25 and 58th Avenue, 1 block south of the Grizzly Rose, or in Highlands Ranch at the Promenade Shopping Center, C470 and University. Make sure to visit our new website today, fitnessgallery.com, or call 303-308-1100. Fitness Gallery, getting Colorado Colorado in shape since 1997.
It's unusual to do commercials about this because if you're an addict, you're not going to listen. I hope you would. Meanwhile, this commercial is mainly aimed at family because usually it's the family and loved ones who recommend rehabilitation. They call the Raleigh House. We've met with these people. They are genuine from top to bottom. They absolutely have a love for people and for what they do. If you call the Raleigh House, they want to help you help the addict in your life, whether it's alcoholism, cocaine, heroin, ecstasy, meth. Painkillers are the biggest thing right now. Stimulants, sedatives, and even marijuana has caused problems for many. If you have a loved one who is an addict, they can help you approach them even. Here's the number for the Raleigh House, 720-893-5559, 720-893-5559, TheRaleighHouse.com, 720-893-5559.
Earnings vary based on your effort. Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses right here in Denver? If so, we have an amazing opportunity for you. We're looking for a small group of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Than Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Denver area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Denver is a perfect market for my system, and next week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where you will learn how to make money flipping homes and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Than's workshop, call 1-800-600-1488. Seating is extremely limited. Call in the next 10 minutes and you'll also reserve a free copy of Than's Money for Deals Guide. That's 1-800-600-1488. That's 1-800-600-1488.
Have a legal question? What do? Bell & Pollock. We're injury attorneys in our day lives, but in our radio lives, we're here to answer your legal questions on any legal subject. Bell & Pollock, helping people for years. Saturday mornings, 7 o'clock. Talk Radio 630 KHOW. Be there. We'll help you.
80% of Fortune 500 companies lease their vehicles because that's the smart financial move. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky from my friends at Alliance Leasing who can help you save time and money and more money and have been doing just that for Colorado businesses for more than 20 years. Alliance Leasing will get you into your fleet vehicles with all the upfit you need at the lowest delivered price. I'm a finance guy, and to me the choice of leasing with Alliance is the obvious one for your business. Learn more at alliance.lease. That's right, just type alliance.lease. Alliance Leasing, your key to the perfect fleet.
Let's kick it off! Your shot at a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival now. Text the keyword Vegas to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Now, I want to tell you that there was something going on with Plumline that I wanted to just reiterate, and it's important because they're doing a consumer service. Mark, there were people ripped off by Rocky. I believe it was Mile High Heating and Air.
Yeah, bad deal. They weren't pulling permits. Thousands of different people is the article I read.
Right, and anyway, Plumline said if you were ripped off and you can show in an invoice that and you just or you used a Mile High Heating and Air and you didn't, you know, and you suspect something is amiss or you don't even know because they were not pulling permits, they were not using proper people. It really sucked. So if you were a customer of Mile High Heating and Air, Plumline is offering free safety inspections, free, to any of you to show you or to assure you it's been done right or not. They'll give you a full written report, and that's very, very important. And there is no charge whatsoever for that. You can call Plumline 303-586-1086 if you are a Mile High customer. If you're not a Mile High customer and you just simply want to get your furnace and air checked, that is $59 for a complete check, and with that comes a no breakdown guarantee for the entire season, both heating and cooling. Okay? So for either, call Plumline Services 303-586-1086, 303-586-1086, or plumlineservices.com. All right. 303-713-8255. Compass Insurance Group. What examples do we have of money saving now? We're telling you to call the help center and get your declarations page and tell our people what you're paying. And we are comparing to a number of companies. This is not for or against any one company at any one time. One company could have been good last time, not good now. I'm talking good when it comes to pricing. They have all AAA rated companies, but not one over another. It's all pricing. And if you call, they will give you the best price under no obligation. 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. Who called and what did they get so far?
Okay, Tom, Nick spoke to someone from, they've been with State Farm for over 10 years. They're paying $3,468 a year between their auto and their home.
$3,400.
We wrote them with auto owners, and their premium was $2,859. Savings is $609, plus they actually add in an umbrella policy.
Mark. Did you hear this, man?
So here's someone that was with AmFam. They said for so many years they couldn't remember. They saved over $1,000 a year on the entire package between their auto, home, and umbrella.
I just love it.
And then here's another one, whereas so this is a company we represent, a great insurance company with auto owners, but we wrote them with Safeco, saved them $200, and another one.
See, that just goes to show you they went from one of their companies to another one of their companies that they represent. So it's all about you. It's all about you, the consumer.
And then one last one, Tom. This one was a pretty good one. Client that had been with Farmers for a long time, paying $3,298, and then another $1,500 on the home. We cut their auto in half, to $1,767. We saved them $400 on the home. Total savings was $1,870.
Oh my God! Can you imagine almost $200 a month these people are saving? I am so happy, mainly, that people are listening to us and calling. 303-713-8255. Okay, now, which charity is best to help people in Houston? We're going to talk about that in the next hour, okay, because it's really important. If you can hang on, because we do have absolute suggestions. Sean, what's going on?
Yes, I was wondering if Mark says that Greg Martinez with interrogatories, is there any way he can get a picture of this rolling turd and put it on Facebook?
We do have it on there. We have a video.
I'm getting ready to repost it. We don't got a great picture of it, but you're right, because I'm asking on this new post if people see this guy rolling around. Basically, it's two meth heads in an old RV.
Oh, shit, I'm the good guy.
So, yeah, we got it. We got it, brother. Sean's a long-time listener.
You know, Craigslist contractors here.
Okay. Did he say something? Did he say the SHI? See, I didn't hear it.
I thought, Sean, it's weird. I thought it, but
I thought it too. He was, oh, you know. Anyway, but Sean, he didn't mean it. You're welcome, Sean. We're sorry. We had to dump that.
How does Drew hear something we don't hear? Is more he's listening. Magic.
Nicole, what's going on with you, Nicole? Nicole. Is Nicole there?
I'm here.
Oh, good. I didn't want to hang up. You waited so long. What's going on?
Hi, I hired some movers over the weekend, and they took my deposit and never showed up.
Oh, no.
And now they're sending text messages threatening me.
Wait a minute. They never showed up, and why are they threatening you?
Because I had called yesterday to get my deposit back.
And how are they? Wait, do you have actual text threats?
Yes, I do. I have a text message of one of the movers telling me to meet him on 80th and Wadsworth so he could show me what he's about.
Okay, you know what? You need to call the police. You need to call the police, and we're gonna help you as well. What's the name of this company?
It's Redemption Moving. Redemption.
And what's that phone number they're texting you from?
It is 720. I am so sorry.
That's okay. 720. People, these guys are threatening her. Redemption Moving, she says. Now, we want to take...
720-862-7960.
And how much did you pay them?
A $50 deposit.
And they never showed up?
And they never showed up, and when he called me to let me know that he wasn't going to show up, he was drunk and very argumentative then as well.
You should have never paid these guys up front. In fact, how'd you find Redemption Moving?
I found them online, actually. I went to the BBB rating. I checked my reviews.
And really, they had good reviews?
Yes.
Then maybe this guy isn't really them. Listen,
I believe it is.
We'll check him out. Hold on. I want to check this out before I keep giving this number out. Suzanne, try to call that number, and let's see what's going on with these clowns. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino, man. We want to help you. Yeah, we do. And by the way, Rocky's Autos, 63rd and Federal, they want to help you too. They want to help you with a new car, truck, SUV, or van. So from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs, they have used cars, trucks, SUVs, and vans with the prices clearly marked on each and every auto. Every single one of them marked, because they want you to be able to compare. They just say put them on the list and compare apples with apples. And then, of course, they have variety when it comes to colors and makes and models and price ranges, and variety in financing. 40 lenders to choose from, so you can get a loan right for you. 63rd and Federal, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 8. 303-426-4646. Now, okay, we have Compass Insurance Group with us, our help center, 771-HELP, saving money, talking about saving money. How about this? How about protecting your down payment on an FHA loan, Brent? Talk about that. Brent Ivinson, Ideal Home Loans.
Well, Tom, this is a product that we have available that we pay for our FHA home buyers. And again, there's so many things out there that protect the lender, protect the banks, that give everybody insulation in this process, but nothing that helps protect the consumer.
Explain how that happens. What do you mean protect the consumer? Why would that money be in danger?
Well, here's the thing. I think you see a lot of people who want to buy right now, but they're worried they're buying at the top of the market. And what if home prices go down? If you put your 3.5% down payment into the transaction and home values go down, we have an insurance product that will kick into place that can cover all or a portion of your down payment if you have to sell in a down market because of unforeseen circumstances.
Oh, my goodness. I have never heard of that.
This is completely new and something that we have available that we're rolling out right now. And again, as I said, it's
holy crap,
that down payment for the buyer.
That is, really, I have never heard of this. Now, is this something Ideal is doing through FHA?
This is something that Ideal is doing in conjunction with FHA borrowers. This is not an FHA-specific product, but it is something that we're offering FHA buyers because they're typically the ones who are most
That is unbelievable. Mark, did you hear that? So if they do an FHA loan and have to sell in the down market, their down payment is guaranteed. Like I said, Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan, 303-867-7000, 303-867-7000, or idealhomeloans.com. And, of course, if you're looking for one of those homes, FHA homes or any home, Frank Duran, the real estate man, I'm telling you, if you're looking to buy, they have a buying department that will go out and search out things. When I was looking to buy, they found my place before it went on the market. I swear to you. Before it went on, I don't even know how they did it, and got me in there first because it was so competitive. They can also help you in selling, of course. He has stats that show that he sells for more. That's right, for more than the average, and he sells it quicker. Frank Duran, the real estate man, 303, that's frankdurantherealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
This report is brought to you by Belco Credit Union.
There's a couple of stubborn crashes that just keep holding on to mess up the drive across town. Still a stalled vehicle westbound I-70 there at Vasquez blocking the right lane. Backups to Central Park. Northbound I-25. Watch out for slowing downtown between 6th and 8th Avenue. Curiosity delays due to a crash at the end of the 6th Avenue eastbound ramp to northbound I-25. And watch out for a crash being cleared on the eastbound side of I-70 at Pena Boulevard. That's affecting inbound Pena at this time. The weather forecast, mostly sunny today, hot with a high near 92. Right now, a few clouds above in the Mile High City and 82. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
As a market leader in outstanding CD rates, Belco has the perfect products to fit your needs, including IRA CDs. To learn more, stop by any Belco branch, visit belco.org/CDs, or call 1-800-BELCO-1, federally insured by NCUA. Belco, banking for everyone.
Let's talk about Buy and Build, a place that I love talking about because Buy and Build buys tons of stuff and passes on contractor pricing to you. In fact, you can go there as a do-it-yourselfer or send your contractor there or go there just to buy stuff and then hire someone. Buyandbuild.net will give you a preview, but you really have to visit 4800 Washington Street for cabinets, countertops, sinks, toilets, faucets, ceiling fans, and more. 303-295-6022. 295-6022. Buyandbuild.net.
James from Metallica here. This is Lars. It's iHeartRadio.
Hi, this is Angus Young from AC/DC on iHeartRadio.
Open up the free iHeartRadio app right now and type in your favorite artist name to make a custom station based on all their biggest hits. Free!
Hey, this is Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top. This is Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones.
All your favorite music, all your favorite stations, all free.
Download our free iHeartRadio app or listen online at iHeartRadio.com.
Are you a homeowner who's tired of paying mortgage insurance? Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky from my friends at American Financing. If you own a home in this super hot Denver market, you've got to hear about another way that American Financing can save you money. We all know home values are higher than they've ever been. Some people's homes are worth 40% more than when you bought them. This is huge because when your equity goes up, mortgage insurance can go away, putting extra money in your pocket each and every month. So why not let the salary-based mortgage consultants at American Financing make those savings happen through a simple loan refinance? Even if your original lender can't help you, chances are American Financing can. They've already helped thousands of customers, so why not see what they can do for you? There are no upfront fees, and you may even be able to lock in a lower interest rate. So start saving as much as $1,000 a month, and you might be able to close in as fast as 10 days. Call now, 303-695-7000, or online at AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Terms vary based on your effort. Message and data rates may apply.
Do you want to learn how to make money flipping houses right here in Denver? If so, we have an amazing opportunity for you. We're looking for a small group of motivated individuals to join our real estate investing team. You'll learn our simple 3-step system for flipping homes right here in the local area. This is Than Merrill, star of A&E's hit TV show Flip This House. My team and I are looking for a handful of people in the Denver area who want to learn how to make money flipping houses in your spare time using other people's money. Denver is a perfect market for my system, and next week I'm holding a free 2-hour educational workshop where you will learn how to make money flipping homes and how to build long-term wealth with income properties.
To get 2 free tickets to Than's workshop, text Denver to 99,000. Seating is extremely limited. Text in the next 10 minutes and you'll also receive a free copy of Than's Money for Deals Guide. Text Denver to 99,000. Text Denver to 99,000.
For life's aches and pains, choose Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray. It works fast and it's easy to use. Designed to work odor-free in all those remote areas. It works here. It's odor-free here. It works here. Blue Emu Continuous Pain Relief Spray. Fast-acting, easy-to-use, odor-free pain relief for all those remote areas. Available at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and other fine retailers.
Huge storm impacting a lot of people.
4.6 million people.
The aftermath of the storm.
Help those affected by visiting redcross.org.
This is a major disaster.
And give $10 to the Red Cross. Just text Harvey to 90999.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Now listen, we were told by Nicole that she paid $50 to Redemption Moving, and she got nothing. They didn't show up. And then the guy called, and he was belligerent, she said, and then texted her and said, meet me at such and such, and I'll show you what I'm made of or something. What did the text say, Nicole?
It'll show me who he really is.
Who he really is. Why did you think that was threatening?
Because why would he ask me to go meet him? He was supposed to move my stuff Saturday. The message was sent on a Monday. That was the whole 2 days later.
Okay.
Why would he be sending me that all over my deposit? All I want is my mother back.
And that phone number he texted you from, Suzanne, you looked up that number?
Well, I looked it up and I couldn't verify it, so I called it. Now they're holding on line 6 to chat at us.
And is it Joe?
Joe and Josh.
And they're with Redemption. Good, excellent. So let's see what they have to say. Good, Joe and Josh, thank you very much for coming on with Redemption Moving. Nicole says you guys got $50 and never showed up.
Mr. Martino, thanks for having us on your show.
Mr. Martino, if you're sitting in front of a computer, I can have an email to you. You're going to see it clearly says refund. It's going to tell you the time that the card was refunded and the customer's name.
Okay, cool.
I can have that to you in under a minute. And then, as far as all the threats, sir, I'm not the owner. I'm the manager here. Joshua on the phone is the owner.
Yeah.
Yesterday, when I was calling Miss Nicole, and she called in, I said, ma'am, I did that at 7 o'clock this morning, just like I told you she would. She started me to use my language.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say
Okay,
it.
no, I was just saying.
Yeah.
And if you want, I can forward those messages to you as well.
Okay.
She asked me, well, where is your owner? I said, well, he's actually doing a fundraiser on Wadsworth and 80th on his red motorcycle. And
is that what you meant by? Is that what you meant by? If you come here, you'll see what we're about.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Hey, they refunded the money. It sounds great.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
Listen, we want to look at this, Joe. Joe, we'll look at it. Hold on. Have him send it to us, and we'll get back on with this.
Yeah, and if it's a credit card, it can take 3 days to hit.
So here's what we're going to do. Have Joe send us that email, and then we will withhold judgment on that. And we'll talk about it in a couple minutes here, okay? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And, Matt, as far as insurance checkups, even when we don't have this special show, you guys do this all the time, but you said like a magic number is sometimes what? At least they have to be with a carrier at least a year, right?
I would tell people if you haven't been with your carrier a year, don't shop your insurance.
Because it would actually hurt you.
Absolutely.
Now, Suzanne, what's going on?
So they said it was a $25 deposit, not a $50, and you have Nicole still lit up if you want to ask her.
Nicole, was it $50 or $25?
It's $50, and I have the email receipt, and the money has not went back into my account.
Okay, if you could send us the receipt that shows $50, these guys said it was $25. I don't understand what's going on, Mark, but you know what? These guys were quick to come on, so whenever somebody comes on, I give them the benefit of the doubt because they're willing to talk. So if Joe and Josh, they say...
You want to ask them? They're on 6.
Well, no, they said it was okay. Hey, Joe and Josh, it was 25 for sure.
It was 25 because all we can ever do, because when we run a deposit, we don't keep that information on file. So all we can do is reverse the charge that we originally ran. We can't alter anything because we don't keep that information. So all we do is refund, and it refunds whatever. If we run $500 deposit,
what is this receipt? What is this receipt she says she has?
She doesn't have one, sir. I can guarantee it.
All right, we're gonna call her bluff then. Nicole, he says you don't have that receipt. So let's wait on this one because we will definitely revisit this in the next hour. Who's on line 3, Suzanne? Should I just take it?
Well, it's Mike. He has a question about judgments and the time, the
Mike,
6-year
go
collections.
ahead. Mike, what's happening?
Tom.
Yes, sir.
I always hear you talk about 6 years for collections.
That's for county. Wait. 6 years you have to collect the debt, right?
Right. So what my question was...
In the state of Colorado, yes.
Right. But when does the clock start ticking on that?
Okay, that's good. It starts ticking from the time it's in default or from the time it is due. Okay? So either one, the time it was due or the time of default, you start the 6 years. Now, for service members, they get to hold that off while they're in active duty. We have more coming up.
Nothing is more important than your health. Hi, I'm Donnie, president of Fitness Gallery Superstores, where we sell the world's finest fitness equipment. We are celebrating our 20 years of keeping Colorado in shape. Everything is on sale, 20 to 40% off. Don't miss it. All treadmills, ellipticals, exercise bikes, and home gyms are on sale. Fitness Gallery in Denver at I-25 and 58th Avenue, and in Highlands Ranch at University and C470. Make sure to visit our new website at fitnessgallery.com or call 303-308-1100.
Brent Ivinson, Ideal Home Loans. Talk about how you can help home buyers.
Ideal Home Purchase Plan that is an all-encompassing roadmap to buying your next home. It's our 3-week closing guarantee where we underwrite and approve your loan up front. Our home buyer scouting report where you search for your next home so that when we find the house that works for you, you can close and close quickly without overpaying.
IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000. Equal Opportunity Lender regulated by DORA, NMLS 136756. For terms and conditions, call 844-45-IDEAL.
This is Denver's talk station. More with Martino after the news on 630 KHOW. An iHeart radio station. KHOW Denver.
Fox News Radio. I'm Chris Foster. Water's flowing over 2 dams in Houston and a levee outside the city. People in those areas are told they should leave.
It is a difficult decision to say, I'm going to leave my flooded home. We recognize that's difficult to do, but the safest thing to do is let us get you to a dry, safe place. We can get you fed. We can get you somewhere that's more comfortable.
Francisco Sanchez with Harris County Emergency Management. More than 17,000 people are in shelters, with others still trapped in their homes, and there's more rain in the forecast on top of 40 inches that's already fallen in some places. An emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council is being called in response to North Korea's latest missile test. UN Ambassador Nikki Haley.
No country should have missiles flying over them like those 130 million people in Japan.
The Security Council just approved new North Korea sanctions last month. Fox News, we report, you decide.
This report is brought to you by LifeLock.
Sunny today with a high of 92. Tonight partly cloudy and a low of 59. Tomorrow mostly sunny again with a high of 92, and then Thursday partly sunny and a high of 88.
Is your personal info for sale on the dark web? Monitoring your credit can't show you, but LifeLock sees a wide range of threats to your identity. If something happens, U.S.-based specialists can work to fix it. Go to LifeLock.com, use promo code RISK, save 10%.
iHeartRadio has all of your favorite talk shows and all of your stations all for free. iHeartRadio makes it so that I'm always with you, right in your pocket. I know that's weird, but you know what? Do it anyway. Take 630 KHOW with you wherever you go and never miss the Michael Brown Show. iHeartRadio keeps you connected to KHOW so you never miss a thing. Plus, if you want variety, you can check out thousands of the best radio stations from all across the country. It's super easy. Listen at iHeartRadio.com or download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Nothing is more important than your health. Hi, I'm Donnie, president of Fitness Gallery Superstores, where we sell the world's finest fitness equipment. We are celebrating our 20 years of keeping Colorado in shape. Everything is on sale, 20 to 40% off. Don't miss it. All treadmills, ellipticals, exercise bikes, and home gyms are on sale. Fitness Gallery in Denver at I-25 and 58th Avenue, and in Highlands Ranch at University and C470. Make sure to visit our new website at fitnessgallery.com or call 303-308-1100.
Hail and severe storm season is here, and that's why you need to call Golden Spike Roofing. If you think you have damage, call Golden Spike at 303-942-1386 for a thorough and free inspection. For roofing done right to the last nail, call Golden Spike Roofing.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
Your shot at a trip to our iHeartRadio Music Festival now. Text the keyword WIN to 200-200. You'll get a text confirming entry plus iHeartRadio info. Standard data and message rates apply.
This is the Troubleshooter Show.
Help! I need somebody.
Now, Tom Martino on 630 KHOW.
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We got all kinds of things going on today. We have Compass Insurance Group in the house. We've been doing our insurance checkups at the Help Center. That number for you to call with your declarations page or information on what you're paying and what coverages you have, and for free you get comparisons among about 25 companies plus the top 5 bad companies even. And if you have a bad company or a good company, it doesn't matter. We're going to tell you if you're paying too much or if you can save money. And there is no bias. If you have State Farm, Farmers, Fred Loyal, Allstate, American Family, if they're the best deal, we'll tell you. If it's another company, one of 25 others represented by Compass, we'll tell you. All you can do is get great information by calling the Help Center at 303-771-HELP, 303-771-4357. Now, we have something going on now where Nicole called and said, I hired Redemption Moving. And they took a $50 deposit from me and then never showed up. Then she said she called them or wrote to them to get her money back, and they told her, or she texted them or called, and they threatened her by saying, show up at such and such and we'll show you who we really are. And they say she totally misunderstood that. That's not a threat. She said That's what was texted, and they said we were at a bike rally giving away something for charity. And so it had nothing to do with...
Well, here's the text back and forth. You ready? Good luck on the drunken job. Laugh out loud, you think you're hard. This is them talking to him. Hardest dude you'll ever meet. I'm around if you need to see me before you get in trouble. 80 and Wadsworth on the corner. My Harley is the all red and chrome. Meet me there.
Okay, and who is the one that says eat something?
That would be... Eat something. Let me find that.
Yeah, it's eat something.
Oh, that's him. That's the mover, I assume. Yes.
He's telling her to eat something.
Yes.
Okay, on him.
Like a chicken, another name for a chicken.
Okay, now listen. So that's not very nice.
Or rooster.
So she says, sucker time date, go eat, babe. Well, they're each dissing each other.
Going back and forth.
Oh, no. This is each. He says eat something, and
it's like
you don't even know what that is, and then she says... check out that sucker time and date. Go eat another thing, she said. And then he says, good luck on the drunken job. LOL.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Think you're okay. Anyway,
it's like it's two children.
They're both very abusive to each other on this text. So I would say that it's just as much her fault on these texts that is it theirs. And they're not being threatening, but they're being kind of...
jerky.
Yeah, vulgar.
Now...
They're both vulgar.
The receipt.
Now, here's the other thing. Nicole, so you said... You sent us this receipt, though. Thank you, right? You sent us your receipt, right?
Correct.
And you said you made a $50 deposit. They said, no, you didn't. They're refunding the deposit. It was only $25. We looked at your receipt, the one you sent us, and it says $25.
I could send you the screenshot of the money being withdrawn from my account.
But it says on your receipt $25.
It says redemption moving on my account for $50. I don't have no
I'd like to see that, actually. What is it, a screenshot of your bank account?
Yes.
Send it. I'd like to see that. Okay. Because that means he's completely lying about how the refund works.
Right. She said, okay, she sent us her own receipt where it says customer payment. The whole move was going to be $277. And customer payment, $25. By the way, they still haven't told us why they didn't show up. They never mentioned that,
did they? It's like Laurel and Hardy here, though.
But listen, based on that text, if you're in business, these guys... you should not use them, okay? I'm sorry, guys. You know, you called in and all that, but, man, I can't believe you would text a customer like that.
Even though they somewhat looks like they started it with their poopy talk.
Yeah.
It escalated way quick.
It went south way quick, and then their reviews online are not that good. Matt, did you look at those reviews?
Well, now, but, Tom, how much was the whole move going to be?
$277.
Whoa, come on.
Yeah, well, it's a local move. So, redemption moving reviews, look them up. Not very good. And then, however, she says it was $50, and he says it was only $25. The receipt does show $25. I got to give it to them. But I can't believe that they would do...
I bet we do get a screenshot showing 50. I'm pretty good at this.
No, they sent me a screenshot. It shows 25, but I don't know about her side.
That's what I want to see, is her actual bank, not some kind of weird thing she created.
They have mostly one-star reviews, but they have a few, it's weird, they have a few five-star reviews. And so here's what's weird. There's a 5-star review, then a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and then a 5-star. Then a 1, and a 1, and a 5-star. And a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and a 5-star. They either get 1 or 5. That doesn't make sense to me. How do you get either a 1-star or a 5-star? Every other one is a... Does that look phony to you? Look at that. Every other one, every time a -1 is viewed, a 5-star goes up. Every time.
It must just be the luck of the draw.
Do you know what? Do you think people cheat on reviews?
Of course, they create fake accounts. I mean, my God. How about this on reviews? Do you think it's fair?
One said they're awesome to work for. Okay, that they had an employee go in. And then another one says, from start to finish, I was handled in a very professional way. My quote was prompt, no hidden fees, blah, blah, blah.
Do you think it's okay, in general, to give someone, say, a 5% discount if they leave a review on the spot. In other words, let's say it's a restaurant. 5% literally off the bill right there, but they verify the review is left.
I don't know. I don't know if that's considered bad or not. Okay. Let's take Jason. Let's get a shot of that when we can. Jason, go ahead.
Hi, how are you, Tom?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
Well, I got a car I purchased, a Jeep Cherokee. It was new when I purchased it, and it has a problem where you're driving and it just shuts off in the middle of driving. So it's really dangerous. Cause
you mean like on the highway it just dies?
It just shuts off, and you have no power steering or power brakes.
Did you buy it new or used?
I bought it brand new.
Okay. How many miles are on it?
There's about 40,000 on it right now.
So it's out of warranty, I assume?
It's out of warranty. I do have an extended warranty.
So when you bring it in, what do they say, Jason? What's the deal, man?
Well, so it's broken down 2 times this last week and been towed to the dealership, and both times they say they can't find a problem with it. And so, like, we're just scared to drive it, so we want to trade it in, but they say they won't give us anything as trade-in because they know there's a problem with it, even though they're saying there's not a problem with it.
Well, okay, I can understand where they're coming from. Some of the hardest problems in automotive are these ones that, you know, only happen occasionally. You can't make them constantly happen. Why don't you bring it to someone else, see if they can't figure out what it is? Bring it to a different dealership. Bring it to someone on the referral list like Al.
I've had it at 2 different dealerships.
And no one can find it? Can they not duplicate it at any time?
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, it broke down last weekend. I was in Silverthorne, so I had it towed to the Jeep dealership that they have there.
Will it restart?
No, when it breaks down, it won't, you know, it has that kind of auto start. It will try to crank, but it won't actually start up. And then an hour later, maybe it does start up.
You know what? I'm going to take a stab at it, but I think what I would do is bring it somewhere and have them check the security system on it. That key fob, it might be in some kind of stolen mode where it doesn't want to restart, but I don't understand why it would just turn off while you're driving if that was the problem.
Right, I hear you. I mean,
ooh, I know who could fix this, no doubt. Lakewood Electric will find this problem.
I just don't want to be the guy that has to die before a lawsuit.
Lakewood Electric is, I'm telling you, if anybody out there, Tom, you'll say the same thing, William can find it.
Oh, yeah, and Bryant, you mean, too.
Or Bryant, his brother.
Yeah. I got to tell you, Lakewood Auto Electric's unfreaking believable. Unbelievable.
They will find it, man. Simple as that.
All right, 303-713-TALK. We got open lines for the first time today. 303-713-8255. What's happening with the Insurance Help Center? We're telling people to call our help center at 303-771-HELP, 771-4357 to get quotes. Now, when I say we're not biased to any one company, listen, all companies, if you want to tell the truth, even the big 5 bad ones, they're bad in customer service. And they're expensive. State Farm, Farmers, Fred Loya, Allstate, and American Family. They also have what's called captive agents, which means they can only sell for one company, so you can never compare. No matter how much your State Farm guy tries, he only has one choice, State Farm. He's not allowed to sell anything else. Neither is a Farmers guy, so you're only going to have Farmers. Neither is American Family. But that's the bad thing about them, okay? They're expensive, and they have poor customer service, but they're all still rated top quality, right? They all pay claims.
Well, financially,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Financially,
they can pay the claim if they need to.
Right. They give people a hard time, but they do pay claims. Now, this is why I'm saying if you call our help center, all the companies in America right now licensed, they're all going to pay, okay? That's the good part about our insurance regulations. They're all going to pay. Now, they might give you a hard time, the customer service might suck, but they're going to pay.
Some of those could have been bankrupted sometime, and I didn't mean to interrupt you like that, but look after 9/11, they could not afford the claims. Is that not true?
Well, but no one went bankrupt.
That's because the Fed stepped in and paid for a lot. I mean, Matt would know more.
Is that right, Matt? I didn't know that.
No, what happened was in the financial collapse, there were a few insurance companies that took money or loans from the government, you know, to...
Or else they wouldn't have been able to pay out.
AIG, did they go broke?
Well, I guess it depends. They could have went broke. The government had to federally backstop them, and then AIG paid all that money back plus interest.
But they paid it back, Mark.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the feds didn't show up, they didn't have enough to pay up.
Hartford took TAP's money.
Hartford, yeah.
Hey, by the way, ask if Danielle can hold through the break. She has a comment on that Jeep Cherokee. Art of Granite, if you want granite for countertops or your bathrooms, and by the way, if you do the kitchen, you get the bathroom free, but you got to mention it at the time. You can't come back 3 weeks later and say, I want the bathroom, okay? Or like a month later. So you do it at once. And by the way, they do beautiful granite countertops, and they do cabinets for a small markup. They do not mark up the granite. You only pay for the installation and fabrication. They tear out and haul away everything else free, and they do the bathroom free, as I said, at the time. So call Art of Granite, serving the entire Front Range and the mountain communities 7 days a week. And it's the owner, Mitch Floria, that we love. He came to America from Romania, honest to goodness, with $300 in his pocket and started this business. He is great. ArtofGranite.net, 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919. I gotta use the restroom.
I have another caller.
I am so dizzy. I feel like I went on a carnival ride.
Sugar level?
It's you. No, I don't.
Hey, at least you're not seeing fucking lights.
No. Is there something, and I'm not kidding when I tell you this, is there something in the studio, because I get sick about once every 10th show.
Yeah.
Well, no, maybe not that often, but about, because I'm not sick to my stomach though, but
How many, you guys getting a lot of action?
I don't know. It seems like we are. We're getting a lot of calls. I've been going back and forth with my buddy in Houston. He was sending me photos of like gas stations outside of his house, and they're all like $9.99 for a gallon of gas.
That's so illegal.
It's unbelievable.
They have very strict laws here. $200,000 an episode on gouging.
They were selling plywood there.
Yeah, I saw
Bottled water.
Bottled water, 44 bucks.
Yeah.
So they're saying the Houston reservoir, it's been overflowing. They tried to let it out, didn't do any good because it kept coming back in. But now they're saying there's a separate levee breach.
The levee breach, yeah. Well, have you ever been to Houston? So everywhere in Houston, they call it the Bayou City because they have to dig those bayous everywhere. So like,
it's like New Orleans,
yeah,
basically.
It is. And so there's bayous everywhere. Well, every bayou is completely overflowing.
Like a bowl of soup, man.
So he's saying he just can't see Houston ever recovering.
Well, I mean, New Orleans took, I want to say 10 years.
Yeah, you wonder, though, how many times can you just continue to rebuild? If you just go, you know what, this isn't worth it, and I'm leaving. And they, you know, I have heard a lot of newscasters say, you know, a lot of people just may say, you know what?
Yeah, but what do you do? So, okay, let's say the Fed step in. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's say you did have insurance. You can't take cash out to the property underwater, can you? All they're going to do is do the structure.
Well, the property's not, it's not insurable.
And then if you had waterfront property, my God, you're giving up $1 million piece of property.
Not in Texas.
I don't know how to do it. Are we up? So, Matt, 85% of people in Houston may not have any flood coverage. I don't even know what to say about that. Do you think the feds will step in?
Staggering. You know what, though? The problem is so they give you small loans, a $10,000, $5,000 loan that you got to pay back. I mean, you know, you just wonder how many people just say, we can't rebuild, we're not going to rebuild.
And then they just leave.
Well, here's the other thing that a lot of people aren't talking about is when you look at New Orleans or Houston, it's a very cheap place to live. So you're buying a home for $100,000.
Yeah.
So if they move north, you can't buy a home for $100,000. Where do they go?
Nowhere. There's nowhere to go. Tom, it's crazy. They're saying another levee broke. I mean, this is really Katrina all over again, but on a bigger scale with people.
Yes, and it's the response, though, this time, they say, is pretty admirable.
So far, it's really good. I remember Katrina had a bunch of problems. It was Bush, and then the head of the...
Hey, Danielle, what's going on? You have a comment on that Jeep. What's going on? Are you kidding me? And what was it? What did it turn out to be? Really? You know what? That could be, because that control, if you turn off the ignition, it goes off.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, the one person that can find that is Bryant and those guys at Lakewood Electric. I mean, I don't even know how they do it. It's so tedious. That's really why I was saying that possibly it was the alarm system too, because it basically talks to the electrical part in that ignition switch. But I don't think that could turn it off.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's good that you found it. That's called limp mode. And that can be anything. Try dropping a few Viagra in the gas tank. Boom. I'm just kidding. No, it's called limp mode, and usually it means that it's doing that to save the engine. So you really need to get that checked out. Patrick has some questions for Compass Insurance Group. Patrick, go ahead.
Oh, the best. Isn't Progressive, though, the best on that, Matt?
Well, they've got like 90% market share, but they don't always win. You know, so you bring up a really good topic, because farmers, State Farm, some of these companies will use motorcycles as a loss leader. So what will happen is they'll charge you $200, and then they'll charge $2,000 more on the auto policy, and they'll take a loss to have the remainder of the policies. We can generally compete on about 8 out of 10 of those, but there are ones where someone's had a motorcycle policy with a State Farm for 20 years and they're paying $150. There's just nothing to cut off of.
Yeah, but if you look at all, are you saying, Patrick, when you looked at all the coverage, it was still more? Okay. And here's what's great about that, though. What did they tell you?
Well, listen, here's the deal, Patrick. Do you know, I mean, really, that, I wonder if you know, maybe you don't. You know, agents or brokers, they do not set pricing, right? Yeah, that's why when you have a brokerage firm, the more companies they represent, the better, because they don't, people think, oh, you can give me a better deal. Well, they can't. They really can't. I mean, they don't make a lot of money on these policies. They don't. It's incredible how little they do make. And so what they do is they get the price from the company. And in fact, the company doesn't want you charging less. You can't, right? You don't really control the pricing. Isn't that true?
Oh, that's exactly.
So you make all your money on service by taking me and saying, Tom, I'm going to make sure you pay the least you can, and I'm going to find you the best coverage.
Yeah, we make money in volume. So you know, if we can save you money, then we grab that policy. But the thing is, we're really honest, guys. We'll give you a fair shake, tell you what we can do, and if we can save you money, we can. I talked to a gal yesterday that I actually told her, you need to stay put, and we need to talk in 3 months, because you'll be with your current carrier for 3 years. I'll be able to give you this discount. You're going to be 25 years old. I actually told her to stay put because it would have been a better situation for her.
I know you guys are. Now, Patrick, it says here you had 2 questions. Yes. Yes. For if it's propane to natural gas or natural gas to propane, yes.
That's about it, though.
Huh. Now, listen, I got to tell you, Patrick, if you don't change the orifice, you can literally do harm to that heater. Yeah. Now, listen, here's the other thing. Are you talking about a hanging heater for your garage? Right. Yes.
It's going to be just like a grill, a conversion on a grill, right?
Right. But the hanging heaters are good. And I don't know what you're talking about. I never saw one that limits 4,500 feet. Oh, okay. But I had some hanging heaters in my garages. I love them all. Have you ever seen the radiant tube heating?
I had that in a lot of my shop.
They are great.
Expensive.
And you can get them for residential, and they're great.
I mean, electric-wise, they're very expensive.
No, they run, they're not all electric. You can get them on gas, too. Yeah, so you ought to look into that, radiant heat. Okay, Paul has a question for for Mark. Go ahead, or is it for Matt? Paul? Paul? Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you? Bob, talk. What's happening, Bob? Okay. They're good cars. Well, that's up to you. But when here's what I believe. When you turbo those little tiny engines, man, you're putting a big strain on them.
Yeah, they're both good engines, though, man. And if you're keeping it, the warranty's there, so who cares?
That's right.
They do. We have one. I've had one emailer that's gone through 3 turbos on a Corvette that he's about to pull his hair out. But
where are you buying it?
If you find, listen, and also there's one more you got. Well, no, you got a Rapo shop.
Why not plan it? Why not plan it?
Too far.
Okay, I'm just curious as to how you came to them. Those are not. We don't get complaints about a lot of these dealers.
You find the best price you can get in whichever one. I would shop 3 of them. Don't just shop 2 of them. Get the best price you can. Then you email me and I'll get you a better price. But you got to tell me, what color and what package.
No. Yeah, we are Is this our new service you're talking about?
I figured we'd kick it off.
Kevin, we have a new service we were going to kick off, and I wanted to do it on my birthday, but Mark jumped the gun here. So here's what the new service is. If anyone wants to buy anything at all, they go out and get their best price. And then we will shop live on the air to get you a better price, live. And that's anything you want to buy, anywhere, anytime.
Well, I'm not going out for a box of Twinkies.
No! The idea. We're talking about, major purchases, but not that major. I mean, if you, we're going to do it. So you go out and find your best price, and we'll use this as an experiment. Again, I wanted to kick it off on my birthday, which is the 4th on Monday, but, and then the Beatles song is going to be apropos that day. When I'm 64, will you still love me? You know that song?
No.
Find that song, Drew. That's going to be my song for September 4th. It's a Beatles song. What do you mean old school? What does that mean? With music. What does it mean? No.
Really old people listen to
No, that's not true. Beatles, I have a kid listening to the Beatles right now. He loves them.
Oh, my 16-year-old loves the Beatles.
Exactly. Old school.
Metallica.
Well, no, Metallica's cool too, okay? But what I'm saying is, I think this is the first time in history where your kids and yourself can listen to the same music and like it. I never had. Has that ever happened before? Not really.
My parents liked, what's his name? Jim Croce. I love Jim Croce.
Okay, but that's rare. But I think now more than ever, parents in their 60s, let's say my age, 64 or younger, I mean, if you have kids, you're listening to the same music.
I take my kid to concerts all the time.
I mean, Maroon 5 is popular with everyone. I mean, 21 Pilots. I mean, these are great groups. And I think I'm actually finding now my kids are in the car listening to the same music I like. And they like old stuff, too. They do. 303-713-8255. Jack, what do you need to know about lemon laws?
information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-681-0573.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on finance.
I think it's got to the point now. Just about easy.
Dan, I thought you were controlling this from home. How come you're not getting it done right?
80% of Fortune 500 companies lease their vehicles because that's the smart financial move. Hey, it's Ross Kaminsky from my friends at Alliance Leasing, who can help you save time and money and more money, and have been doing just that for Colorado businesses for more than 20 years. Alliance Leasing will get you into your fleet vehicles with all the upfit you need at the lowest delivered price. I'm a finance guy, and to me the choice of leasing with Alliance is the obvious one for your business. Learn more at alliance.lease. That's right, just type alliance.lease. Alliance Leasing, your key to the perfect fleet.
This Saturday, America's Wealth Management Show will air at noon. For must-know retirement strategies and the pitfalls to avoid, tune into America's Wealth Management Show this Saturday at noon on 630 KHOW. Visit lifecertain.com to discover the necessary financial planning for retirement.
Fox News Radio lives here. We report, you decide. 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome. Jack wants to clarify some Colorado lemon laws. Go ahead, Jack.
So here's one of the big issues that it's in the shop for now is something that
it's not going to work, Jack. You're out of warranty. So you're not going to get the lemon law. We can help you, by the way,
okay.
But it's not a lemon.
What I'm saying is this.
Okay.
Is I have a broken exhaust manifold that was replaced on the driver's side just 3 weeks ago. And then yesterday I took it in the shop, and lo and behold, guess what? Now the exhaust manifold on your side is broke. It's like a $2,000 job. I'm thinking, why in the heck?
What kind of vehicle is this? Did you say again? Wait a minute. I have it written down.
Yeah.
Wait.
50 EcoBoost.
Okay, listen. I don't know what to tell you, bro. You know, I don't know.
Buy a car with a better warranty.
Yeah, I mean, it's out of warranty. They don't owe you anything. That's why there are warranties. I don't know how you're treating that car, Jack, but all I can tell you is this, okay? If it was a defect from the factory, you can sometimes argue that they fix it if it was a serious defect, but you'd have to show a number of cars with the same defect, not just yours, okay? You'd have to document that, and then it becomes a recall item or a service bulletin. But absent of that, you don't have a lemon law, and you just have a unit that did not treat you well. I wish I could help you more, but I can't, man. I just can't. Go ahead, Kevin. You have a question in a car accident.
I do. Before I forget, the words before when you're 64 is, what was it? Will you still feed me? Will you still need me?
When I'm 64, right. That's a great song.
I'm 64 too. Who would have thought we'd ever be 64?
I know. When I heard that song, I remember hearing that song for the first time thinking, oh, my God, those ancient people. Yeah.
I'll never be that old.
I swear to God, I thought the same. I remember the day I heard the song. Yeah. So anyway, here I am. So what's happening?
Thank you. So I got in an accident about 2 weeks ago. It was really minor. I thought it was pretty minor.
You're probably senile.
A semi-truck T-boned me, but real slow.
Holy crap.
But it was real slow.
Yeah.
It was like barely, he was not paying attention. He came out of a driveway and hit my right rear of my truck. So both of us agreed, you know, because I just pulled off the side of the road. He pulled back into the driveway that he was pulling into. And we called the cops. They didn't come. So we finally said, you know, this is pretty minor. We'll just deal with it with our insurance. So I filed a police report the next day online. No, actually, I called. And I filed a claim with their insurance policy, and they denied coverage. Turns out it's not just a few $100s, which, to be honest, it looked like a few $100s. It really wasn't a big deal. Went to a body shop.
What do you mean denied coverage?
Denied. They said it wasn't their fault. The truck driver said it wasn't his fault.
So sue him.
Yeah, sue him. What do you mean it's not his fault? He T-boned you. Did he say you what? You were in the wrong place at the wrong time, or what?
He said I tried to get around him.
Okay, and was he backing out, or did he hit you forward?
He hit me forward.
Okay, listen. Whenever they deny stuff, Matt, when a company denies like that, they might just take a flyer and say, we're going to deny it and see what happens.
Sure. Why not file it with your own policy?
Or if it's Fred Loya,
let them subrogate it.
Always deny.
I would say you fight, either put in your own claim and let him subrogate.
That's what I would do.
As Matt says. Or you sue the other guy directly. The other guy, and then he cries to his insurance company. That strategy works a lot. We had somebody calling the last week that said it worked.
I agree. I mean, I'm fine with suing them. It's a big trucking company.
Well, how much is your damage? It's great if it's in small claims court.
$2,700.
Yep, small claims court. That's what you do. Take him to court, sue him.
Do you have collision coverage on your policy?
I do.
Okay, yeah. I mean, why not just file the claim?
Because he doesn't want to pay the deductible.
Yeah, but you can get that deductible back if.
And don't you get punished for that in some form?
No.
You're saying in no form.
No.
So if I did that.
Well, if you're seen at fault.
No. If ultimately I'm not at fault, I just don't understand it. If they don't subrogate, when I go to get insurance a year later, you're telling me that being on the clue report has no effect on any of my pricing.
If it says subrogation or it says not at fault, it will not have any effect.
Wow.
Now, if you have multiple ones of that, and then all of a sudden we have to get an exception, it might have.
Yeah.
But
okay, so bottom line, sue them. That's all I can tell you. Or put it in with yours. Brad?
Hi, Tom. How are you today?
Good. You have a comment on Uber?
Yeah, I was I'm a rideshare driver in Denver, and I was frequenting one of the forums that I follow on Facebook, and something was brought up that reminded me of a conversation you had a couple of weeks ago about...
It happens every time I use Uber. My credit card that I use for Uber is hacked the very next day or that night. Every time. It happened 4 times in a row. Cannot be a coincidence.
Yeah, that's actually what I was calling about. We actually had several Uber drivers that have commented saying that they've gotten calls from, or that some of their passengers that they've gone and picked up are getting calls from another Uber driver who just showed up to pick them up. And we're also getting comments from other Uber drivers that are calling up or that are saying that their passengers, when they show up, they're watching their passengers already getting into another Uber. So what's happening, at least this is what I believe is happening, is that Lyft and Uber both have a very similar feature where the application will send out a request to a driver that's available, but then another driver that's closer to that passenger becomes available. And so the application actually reroutes that request to the closer driver, and it's not...
How does that tie into his credit card, though?
It's not canceling out the request that went to the other driver, so that other driver's showing up and seeing that there's no...
He's thinking that Uber charged twice.
Right, that's possible. You know what? That is very possible. I'll tell you why I know that's possible, because one time the pickup point was almost where I was. And it was a phantom ride. I didn't take the ride, but it was the same night. But what that doesn't account for the card being used for a cell phone, a prepaid cell phone.
In a different state.
And, yeah, a bunch of other stuff. I'm telling you, 4 times now, if I take my card out tonight, and I just got my new one because I keep having to turn them off. If I get my new card and I take Uber tonight, I will positively... I ought to do a YouTube on it, because I'll show it live. I'm using Uber, and then the next day I will have charges show up that I did not make. I can't use Uber anymore. I just can't use them. I'm going to use Lyft.
When I heard your show before, I was under the understanding that it was just something that was showing up.
No, there were additional Uber rides, Brad. You're absolutely right. That happened too. But I also had other purchases. But you're right. It could be a combination of 2 things. But I did have other Uber rides that night, the same night.
Okay, yeah. Well,
so you know what? Uber is not canceling out the ride when they divert to another driver. You know what? I think you're right, Brad, because that one night there was another driver that called me. He literally called me and said, "I've been called off this ride, and somebody else is coming to pick you up." And I thought that was strange. Why would somebody call to tell me that? Why, Brad, why would he do that? He actually called me and said, "I've been canceled off your ride."
Because your app's showing his vehicle ready to come get you, not the other one.
Yeah, but anyway, did you know so Brad, you might have something there. I got to take this break, don't I? Oh, I'm out. Who do you want me to? All right, this is good to talk about. I like pure water. Pure water is something we all love, right? I mean, it's a slam dunk, right? Now, Pure Water Choices is the place we endorse. Why? Because there are so many jamokes out there in this business. There are so many people selling snake oil and scaring the hell out of you that I want you to call Al, a master plumber with Pure Water Choices.com for free evaluations of your water, and you will find that when he installs a filter, there's no hype, there's no, here's what he does. He tells you what you need and why you need it. Either carbon or media or both. One is for gases, one was for sediment, and he has a combination filter, and you can do a point of use or you can do a whole house water filter. Just call Pure Water Choices for the pure truth. 720-219-7818. 720-219-7818. PureWaterChoices.com.
This reporting brought to you by Hum by Verizon.
There's a few slow spots in the Highway Drive in the Mile High City, but for the most part, everybody's driving and playing nice. A little bit of slowing southbound I-225 between Yosemite and Tamarack. Westbound 270 is heavy between Quebec and Vasquez. Up in the high country, there's some delays on eastbound I-70 between Silverthorne and the Eisenhower Tunnel. That's in that construction zone as it is, but there's a stalled semi there on the left shoulder, and watch out for some delays. That's causing some curiosity slowing along that stretch. The weather forecast, mostly sunny, hot today with a high near 92. Tonight, partly cloudy and an overnight low of 59. Right now, a few clouds and 86. With your traffic and weather, I'm Pete Wagner, 630 KHOW.
You have places to be, and the side of the road isn't one of them. With 24/7 emergency and roadside assistance, a certified mechanics hotline, and more, Hum by Verizon is the technology that connects you to your car. Get Hum and get where you're going. Learn more at hum.com.
If you need a criminal defense attorney, now who among us would need a criminal defense attorney? I mean, I'd like to believe I don't have a lot of people listening that are accused of crimes, but you know what? It can happen. Especially DUIs. That's a crime, yep. It's a crime. It's also a motor vehicle offense. There's two things going on. That's why you do need an attorney. Save the excuses. I didn't know. I did it. It's stupid. We're just talking about Uber and Lyft and taxis. Why would you ever drive drunk? Here's another thing, okay? Sometimes you are stopped, and it really isn't legit, okay? Maybe you're falsely accused. Whatever it is, you still need an attorney, no matter what. You can't throw yourself at the mercy of the courts. Joseph A. Lazzara, attorney at law, LazzaraLegal.com for any criminal defense. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. Joseph A. Lazzara. Find him on my referral list at referrallist.com.
Hey, there he is. How's it going?
I'm having a stroke.
Are you going to shake my hand or what?
I'm having a stroke.
Wow, you're not even moving your arm.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke.
Your face looks weird, too.
I'm having a stroke.
Are you having a seizure or something?
I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear.
I'm having a stroke.
You just need to know the sudden signs. Look for FAST, F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. Or S, speech difficulty. Then T, time. Time to call 911 immediately, because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Know the sudden signs. Face, arm, speech, time. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Sean Hannity lives here. Really, he lives here. He's got a cot in the back. Just ask him.
You want to come back to my place for a cup of coffee?
This afternoon at 1.
This is my mom, and this is my dad.
6:30 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino with Mark Major. Welcome to the show. Suzanne at the phones. Brutus at the controls. Okay, you got some last-minute money savers that our Insurance Help Center did. We're going to do it till 4 o'clock, okay? 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. You call in with your Dex page, and you can get some savings. We've been saving people up to $200 a month or more, and thousands a year, depending on your coverage. Brad, what's going on?
Oh, not much. I was just trying to let you know it might have been that your card was being hacked.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're the same one that mentioned it before, right? I thought it was a new comment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
All right.
So, Brad, I called up a couple years ago about Cigna Health, and we got that situation taken care of.
So, Brad, I want to ask you, though, on a side note, how is Uber treating you?
Oh, I do Lyft, actually.
Okay, how is Lyft?
The Uber forms. Well, Lyft treats me pretty well. I mean, it's, you know.
Why wouldn't you do both? I'm curious.
$20 to $25 a night.
Why don't you do both?
Why don't I do both? I just haven't really taken the time to do the application.
Now, how much did you say you can make a night?
I can make around $200 to $300 a night, depending on the events going on around Denver.
You know, I heard somebody tell me that they made over $1,000 a week. That's true?
Oh, sure.
Oh, absolutely.
And it doesn't tear up your car if you're just going around town. You don't put up that much mileage.
I know one guy that does. He's got a big van, and he just does like airport to, you know, Vail and Aspen. And this guy makes a ton on each one.
Just Uber, you mean?
Yep. They call it Uber something else.
It's that one, I believe, is either Uber XL or Uber X.
All right. Well, thank you. Listen, Josh, I didn't mean to do that, though. I didn't mean to cut you off like that. Larry, your turn. What's going on, Larry?
Hey, Tom. How are you?
And it wasn't Josh, was it? It was another. Okay, go ahead.
Calling in regards to a servicing company, and I think I called you a couple of years ago about what to do, but I actually had looked up online and I found their name come up on the Federal Trade Commission.
What is it?
Green Tree Servicing.
What is Green Tree Servicing? What is it?
Well, they service. Well, they were servicing manufactured homes. By understanding, in 2008, they also bought up a bunch of home loans as well. But anyway.
Is it like Green Tree Financial? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, they're a mortgage servicing company.
That's what I... So what about them?
No, it's not Green Tree Financial.
Oh.
It is Green Tree Servicing. They are actually a servicing company.
Okay, well, what about it?
Well, anyway, if you look up on the Federal Trade Commission's website, you can find out. Anyway, my issue is I need to find an attorney that can handle this. They've been pretty much... And this is why they got nailed by the Federal Trade Commission.
What did they do to you?
Oh, what didn't they do?
Why don't you refinance?
It's too late. They changed the locks before it even went into foreclosure.
Oh, you went in foreclosure?
Yes.
And you're saying, you're saying it was an unjust foreclosure?
Yes, sir.
In what way? Just tell me how did they violate your rights?
Well, they changed the locks on my home.
No, I'm just talking about the foreclosure itself. What did they do other than that?
Were you completely paid up to date, insurance, everything paid?
Did they lie about that?
Well, I was 2 months, roughly, I think it was 2 months paid.
Larry, other than locking the doors early, changing the locks, other than that, what did they do?
They were taking money out of my bank account before it was even authorized.
Taking money for what, sir?
For payments.
Oh.
And I wasn't authorizing them.
How did they get the bank account info?
When I called to make a payment, they were calling me on the 5th, and my payments were due on the 4th.
Okay, I see. So you didn't you did not set up auto draft, and they took money anyway?
No.
Okay.
Yep, you got it.
So you wanted to have it repossessed, but you wanted to keep your money, and they had no right to get it, right?
Well,
I mean, that's a yes. You wanted to keep your money, and you didn't want to make your payments.
Well, no, I got tired of the harassment.
No, Larry, listen, when you can speak to me straight, I'll help you, okay? I'm not going to take up the time right now. You are upset that they were taking money out to pay the mortgage. You did not want to pay the mortgage, okay? You did not. You obviously wanted it to be foreclosed on. If we can't get past that, then we have nothing to talk about, okay? Then we'll go talk about what they did. Josh, you have a comment on the Jeep that kept stalling. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've had this happen a bunch of times with different vehicles.
What do you think it is?
Yeah, it's the crankshaft positioning sensor or the camshaft positioning sensor.
And why do you think it's not the ignition switch?
Well, that would kill the ignition.
Oh. Didn't she say it was dead completely or not? Didn't she say?
No, he said it wouldn't start. Like you could hit the button and it would turn.
No, he could actually be driving and it would die, though. That was the biggest part.
Yeah. So what'll happen is, in your crankshaft positioning sensor tells your engine's computer when to fire for each cylinder. When they're putting that together, or, when it's being made, there's little parts, little wires that need to be soldered.
Don't you think his check engine light would be on, though? That'd be a pretty simple thing to find.
No, because according to the computer, the engine's not even really...
Josh, we really appreciate this. It's something we can look at. Thank you very much. We're out of time. Compass Insurance Group, the Insurance Help Center going on till 4. 303-771-HELP, 771-4357.
Radio reaches
Hi. Thanks, fellas. Have a good day.
See you, Matt. Thanks.
We got to run, Matt. Hey,
Yeah,
so, Matt, did you get a replacement dog?
I did.
It's not good to say replacement dog.
No, I know what you mean.
That is what it is. It does help your kids.
It helped a lot. We got a new girl bulldog. She was born on my wife's birthday. Her name's Bernice, after her grandma.
You're gonna call her Bernie?
That's what we call her. We call her Bernie. So she's pretty cute. I'll show you a quick.
Do you feel the burn?
We do that all the time.
Mark, can you put on? Okay, never mind.
There she is.
Facebook, we got to put a post. Oh, she is so.
Oh, she's a doll.
You love those dogs.
No, I'm a bulldog guy. All right, guys. Have
Later. Thank you,
Gentlemen,
Matt.
thank you.
Hey, bro, it was good seeing you.
Yeah, you
Nice,
guys too.
nice meeting you face to face, man.
Yeah.
Can you do something generic for me, please? Thank you. I'm not feeling it.
The 10% off Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard Fall and Fall Lawn Food at the Home Depot. Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard feeds your lawn to build strong, deep grass roots for winter.
There's a consultant who believes.
So it'll be lush, green, and
Are we
beautiful
off?
next spring. When you want
No.
it most. Scott's Turf